Good morning or evening. I think for a lot of people it's still Sunday, but for me it's Monday morning, which means it's time for Piofiore. So today will be a little different than usual. Normally I just play blind without a guide and make whatever choices, and I'll still do that for the chapter that we're currently in. But then after this chapter it'll branch into the endings, so I'll use a guide to make it easier to get the good and best endings. And then once those are done, I'll go through the extras, and I'm just going to check that I can actually go back in chapters for a route that I haven't finished. See, I can't do that. So I'll make some saves. I mean, I've already been saving a lot as I've been going along anyway. But yeah, if we get into the tragic ending, I might just go back and make some different choices. Just so that I'm not streaming that one. But then, yeah, we can go through the side stories, all the stuff that we unlocked, and hopefully finish Orlok's route today, or at least as much of it as I can do on stream. So let's go back to where we were. So we just started chapter 7 at the end of the last stream, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I'll just double check it. So I do have a walkthrough ready to go. I'm pretty sure it's after chapter 7 that it changes. Yeah, so chapter 8 should have a different name depending on which ending I'm in, so I will know. But first, I'm going to set up a prediction real quick to see which ending I get. Will I get? Which ending will Una get? Tragic, good, or best? I'll put it on for 30 minutes. I can always end it sooner, so once we get an ending, then I'll end the prediction and we'll see who was right. Why is Etsy making noises at me? Apparently there's a sale on. Alright, start prediction. Ooh. So people can use their channel points to vote. Oh, I just talked about that while an ad was going. Oh, well, hopefully the prediction will still be there when the ads end, so all good. Alright, well, let's get started. Load this save data, yes. Alright, so also, if you don't remember, at the end of the last chapter, remember the kid in the beginning? And I was like, he has a character sprite. He's definitely coming back up. And like, you could tell that he was meant to be sort of similar to Orlok in some ways. Well, he did come back. And I got very emotionally attached to him and his character. Only for them to then kill him off. In a very, very tragic scene. I think that was the point where I like hit my limit for angst, which is saying something, because generally I really like angsty stories. So that chapter ended and now we're burying his body. But yes, that was a very heavy scene and probably not like the most fun note to end a stream on. But hopefully, like I said in the stream title, like I don't even know where we go from here to get a good ending, honestly. So fingers crossed we'll get a good ending after all of the angst and trauma that we've had to go through to get here. A crimson red bled across the sky. By the time we returned, night had settled in. Oh, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I also have added a new like hot chocky thing that I got on Etsy. It's also the icon for the hydrate redeem now, I think, as long as it's working. Let me just check that. Yes, it is working. Because, you know, it's hot chocolate, which is appropriate for Piofiore, and also it's kind of festive, which I thought was cute. Because I realized it's already December, so I should probably get in the holiday mood. Not that this game is particularly holiday-y. Anyway, we trudged back to our home without a single word exchanged.
ようやく戻ったか。待ちわびたぞ。
Wait, Jan's just showing up now? Okay, well, the story's just like launching straight into it. A silhouette stood near the entrance. Orlok quietly positioned himself in front of me.
久々の再会だというのに挨拶もなしか。釣れないな。
Yeah, I wonder why.
それとも藻に服しているつもりか。たかがストラノの虫が一匹減っただけだというのに。
Don't talk that way about Luca. How dare he? Exactly. Jan's words infuriated me. But then it dawned on me that Jan knew we lived here. Yeah, and yet he's just like let us live there this whole time? Like, why? I still don't know what his overall plan is for this route anyway.
Yeah. 今の発言。
Oh, and Orlok's had like so many crises of faith. He's having a rough time, to put it lightly. Orlok yelled in anger at Jan. Jan simply smiled eerily.
俺は自分の発言に責任を持つたちだ。訂正するつもりはない。だが、どうしてもというのなら、その獲物で俺の言葉を引き出すといい。
Like, why is he here? Is it just to pick a fight with Orlok? I think he did say he wanted to fight Orlok before one of the other mafia people got to him. Maybe that's literally it.
断る。俺はもう誰も殺したくない。
I feel like that is the opposite of what Jan wants to hear right now. Full on existential crisis, exactly. Also, hi space person, how are you going?
それがたとえあなたのような人間であっても。
俺が断らせると思うか。
Huh? Something bad was about to happen, yeah. I mean, whenever Jan shows up, something bad happens, so... Suddenly... Huh? Was there someone behind us? Good, yay, I'm glad you're doing well. Someone grabbed me from behind? No, Orlok, come on, you're slacking. I feel the cold, sharp back of a knife touching my neck. Ooh. I may be able to wrestle myself out of...
動くな。
Who was that? Why did his voice sound kind of familiar? Wait, wasn't he sleeping back there? There were a lot of people living on the streets here, so it wasn't unusual to see people sleeping along the walls. Oh my god, someone posing as a homeless person? The sight of it was normal to me.
まったく。どうして俺がこんな真似を。
Wait, how long has he been there? Has he been there the whole time they've been living there? Like, I was about to say snitching, but just like giving information to Jan? He sounds familiar. The man let out a sigh, then drew off the cloth he had draped over himself. No way, it was Lee the whole time? Wait, Lee's just been like... Wait, has he actually been sleeping out on the ground or has he just been pretending? Hi, Terrio, how are you going? I'm barely awake, but I want to wish you all the best for reaching good ending. I still voted you get the tragic end. That's okay. I mean, listen, I got Icky's tragic end recently, so I wouldn't put it past me. Thank you for stopping by even though you're tired. I hope I get a good ending. At least his good ending, if not best ending, but I don't know, considering my track record, I'm not super hopeful either. I look around at the others against the wall. I thought they were Strano residents, but it's past my bedtime, so I'm off. Well, good night, have a good rest. They all looked at me with cold eyes. Don't tell me they're all Laoshu. This whole time they've been surrounded by Laoshu and they didn't even know? Orlok, you're slacking. Have fun, thank you.
この程度では不利にもならんだろう。相手はお前だからな。
彼女。
俺と遊んでくれるなら危害は加えん。
He pauses too much between his words. I keep thinking that the sentence is done. As long as you play with me, no harm will come to her. That's a healthy and normal attitude.
わかった。
Aww.
あなたを倒して。
Oh, see, I did it again. I keep cutting him off. I'm sorry. Oh, look, it's not on purpose. The battle between the two began. Alright, here we go. See, they fought in Dante's route as well, and it was very dramatic, so I'm excited. I mean, I shouldn't be, because I know Orlok doesn't want to do this kind of thing anymore, but still. I mean, listen to the music, it's hype. Jan brandished a curved blade in each hand. Ow, chow. He swung them at once against Orlok. Orlok barely avoided them. I do find it funny that like Orlok has been like trained since he was a kid as a disciple, and that's why he's good in a fight. But like Jan is like he's meant to. When he first was introduced to the story, I thought he was meant to be like sort of angelic, like maybe superhuman in some way. But then Jan can also just fight like he does. It's just the power of having a character sprite in the game. He jumped to the side, then kicked the ground to close in on Jan. I would love to see these scenes animated though. Oh, who got stabbed? Orlok dodged Jan's swings and stabbed him in the thigh. Nice. Can dodge bullets but can't dodge a blade. True. He was only trained to dodge the bullets. That's why he's so good at it, because that's what he spent his entire childhood learning how to do. But they didn't bother to teach him how to dodge blades. Blood spewed from Jan's leg. For a moment, I turned my eyes away. But I should watch Orlok fight. He's fighting for me. It was the only thing I could do now. I needed to see the outcome of the battle. Get him. Wait, no, not that way round. Orlok, get Jan. I like that facial expression though. That's cool. He was blown back. Orlok. Jan kicked him away with his unharmed leg.
どうした？あまり失望させるな。
Look, he's been busy trying to live his life rather than continuing his rigorous training as a disciple. Jan pulled the dagger out of his thigh, then tossed it back to Orlok. I was certain that I saw Orlok's dagger pierce through Jan's leg. Yeah, but Jan's not, like, he's not a regular dude. I feel like we could have worked this out by now. Despite the depth of the wound, Jan didn't show any sign of pain.
殺すつもりで来い。
He doesn't want to kill anyone. Orlok picked up the dagger and positioned himself.
お前が時折見せる鋭い刃のような目
He hasn't become
気
weak.
に入っていた。
He's become kind, is what's
随
happened.
分とふぬけたな。残念だ。やはり新しい飼い主が悪かったか。
I mean, listen, yes, he has become a worse assassin, but he's become a better person. Orlok immediately closed in again and thrusted his dagger at Jan. Jan quickly parried the strike.
多少はやる気になったか？だが、まだぬるいな。
Jan's really been that toxic friend that brings out the worst side in you, isn't he? Orlok's like, I've moved past this, I want to live wholesome and fulfilling life now, and Jan's like, how about we revert to the version of you that you hated? Jan swung his blade. It looked like Orlok avoided the slash, but it must have grazed him. Blood began to seep from Orlok's abdomen. Ooh, that's not good. That doesn't sound like a healthy thing. Friend? Yeah, true. Maybe that was being too nice. Toxic person in your life you should really remove from your life.
お前が全力を出さなければ、お前と女はここで死ぬ。
Oh, Jan looks so mad. He's like, my favorite plaything has been ruined. Jan closed in to take a swing. Orlok was moving away from Jan to try and find an opening. He seems hesitant to strike. He wasn't moving like before. Orlok's body became etched with cuts each time Jan swung his blades. Well, you were right, space person. He can dodge bullets, but he can't dodge Jan's blades? What? Maybe it's because they're further away, so he has more time to react, but I don't know, man.
誰が
Or maybe he has just gotten worse at fighting since he's been hanging out with me. Jan's expression didn't change at all. He was hit a good number of times with the dagger Orlok is using. Still, Jan moved around as if it didn't hurt him at all. He ran toward Orlok with blood spewing out of his punctured leg. Ew! Anime logic. True. I did say, I think in the first Orlok stream, that Orlok reminds me of like a shonen anime protagonist a lot. He's so brooding and he has mismatched eyes and the protagonist's haircut. I felt a shiver go down my spine. Was he really human? No.
お前の技は単調すぎる。なぜ急所を狙わん？心臓、頭蓋、脊髄、 人を一撃で死に至らしめる部位を知らんはずもあるまい。
I mean, look at Orlok. Doesn't he look like he'd fit right in some sort of like isekai anime as the protagonist? He's the underdog and he's got to train to become the hero.
言ったはずだ。俺はもう殺さない。無意味な殺しはしない。だからヤンのことも倒すけど命は奪わない。
I feel like he's saying a lot of things that Yun is not gonna like hearing. Oh, oh no, he's about to laugh, isn't he? The fire in Yun's eyes started to fade. He gave a deep sigh. He turned around and looked at Lee. Oh, never mind. I thought he was gonna burst out laughing or something.
おい、
Pardon? Wait, do it? Do what?
はい。
Kill me? Please don't. I felt something hit me. He punched me hard in the stomach. I felt agonizing pain spread throughout my body. Oh no, this is worse. Oh dear. The story definitely branches at the end of this chapter, right? Orlok screamed my name. My stomach was churning. I couldn't keep myself up. I felt like I was going to collapse. But... Ouch. No. He forces me to stand. I assume she means Lee, then struck me again. The pain was excruciating. They're really gonna like torture me into making Orlok murder again? Or try to at least?
ヤン、彼女に手出しはしないと言ったはずだ。
Why is Yan like this? He also has a girlfriend who's inexplicably attracted to him. Yep.
なるほど。この俺が約束を守ると。さすが使徒様は頭の出来が違う。
I keep saying this every time the other characters are like, you know, I've made a deal with Yan. I'm sure he'll keep his word. I'm like, have you met the man?
だが勘違いするなよ。悪いのは俺を退屈させたお前だ。
Look, Orlok, I think maybe one more murder is okay. Like, you've got a long list of people you've murdered. I think we can allow this one as a little exception. A little treat for being good the past, like, couple of weeks.
お前が楽しませてくれないのなら、聖女様に遊んでもらうしかない。
Just one more little cheeky murder, just to, like, get ourselves out of this situation.
やめろ!
Yan's smile widened, hearing his scream.
やめろ? 聖女様は俺のような男になど関わらんと? そうか。聖女様も俺を退屈させるか。
I feel like boring Yan is like just a recipe for disaster. Yan's like, I can't believe you guys keep on letting me betray you. I mean, I'm literally the obvious antagonist. I could not be more obvious. Everyone else seems like just the guy. Exactly right.
では仕方ない。
He literally wanders around saying out loud, I cause chaos and murder people because I'm bored. And they're like, seems like the kind of guy who would keep his word in a deal.
殺す。
Okay, good, yes. I mean, like, I shouldn't be vouching for, or not vouching, but advocating for murder, but I think in this instance it's allowed. I mean, I love Yan, don't get me wrong, but if we're in Orlok's route, and I feel like the only way that we can have a happy ending and get out of this situation is if Orlok just, like, breaks his morals just this once. I could hear the faint sound of his voice with no trace of emotion.
殺す。お前を。お前たちを。
Then suddenly, Orlok vanished from sight. Oh dear. See? He really is the protagonist. He just activated his protagonist powers. This is what always happens when anime protagonists get mad. They suddenly level up intensely.
No.
Yan stifled a yell. Isn't this what you wanted? In front of him was Orlok. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I heard the sound of a blade cutting flesh. Orlok pulled back, vibrant red blood gushed forth. Oh my god. He even says in Best Deals that he meets people. I'm going to betray you, and yet that still surprised me. Does right? Exactly. I'm pretty sure he has said that at some point. He's like, I will literally betray you, and they're just like, trust. Orlok vanished from sight again. Oh, Orlok. Okay, this is very cool, but also maybe not the best thing to happen considering the fact that he wants to like grow as a person or whatever and like not murder and be a good person. But, I mean, what else were we going to do to get out of this situation, you know? Suddenly, I was released. I crumpled to my knees. At the same time, Lee dropped to the ground in front of me. The thick smell of blood filled the air.
よくもヤンを
Oh. The Laoshu who surrounded us were pointing their guns at Orlok. For some reason that meme just popped into my head of the when a nice guy gets angry, even the devil shudders. Orlok vanished again without a sound. Like Orlok wanted to be the White Knight, but then they made him angry. Now they regret it. Oh man, he really is killing all of them. The men fell to the ground like toys. The moonlight reflected an eerie red flowing over the Strano alley. I mean, I hope all of them were definitely Laoshu and not just like random people.
素晴らしい。いいぞ、オルロック。
Yeah, this man's not okay. Jan was laughing like a madman. Also, can I just say, I love his laugh in this because sometimes it's really hard to remember that he shares the same voice actor as Bakugo from My Hero Academia. But there was an episode of My Hero Academia recently where Bakugo laughed, and it sounds almost exactly the same. He was still standing despite the amount of blood spilling from his body. So it's like a weirdly like childlike laugh to come from someone like him.
ああ、そうだ。死は圧倒的なものでなければ。
That line was beautifully delivered. Is this bad end? I don't think so.
俺が求めていたのはお前だったか。
Ooh.
俺を殺せる存在が
More
ついに
young
現
character development?
れた。
So he just wants someone to kill him? Or is he going to be that trope where he's like, I'm so good at fighting that no one puts up a challenge anymore, and so now all I want is to face off against someone who can actually kill me? Orlok stood silently in front of me. He gently lifted me up from the ground. Wait, we didn't confirm their deaths though, he just stabbed them real hard.
お前は逃げられんぞ、オルロック。
Whoa.
教えてやる。お前が生きていけるのはこの血にまみれた世界だけ。
Okay, voice actor popping off.
偽るな。お前はこちら側の人間だ。たとえ死しても永遠に。
Orlok turned his back on Jan's mad laughter and ran off with me in his arms. Well, that was intense. But I mean, I can't tell if this is a bad ending or not because his whole route has felt like one big bad ending. He sped through the streets. Oh, we're going to the shrine. Or the... Wait, is this called the shrine? He finally stopped at a hill outside of town. Meanwhile story now? Mate, I'm invested in the scene. Oh, is this Dante? Yeah.
ヤンが死んだか。
Confirmed dead?
確かな筋からの情報だ。どうもストラノに出張ってたみたいだな。
I mean, he was just speaking like a second ago. I thought maybe it was like non-fatal injury, but...
ストラノにあの男がいたのか。ロズベルグの元を出たところまではこちらも掴んでいたが。
うちもだ。しかしロズベルグから離れたってことは仲間割れでもしたか？
True, we are on the run. If so, it was a convenient development. I could kill him without offending the church. That would help the Falzone in the long run, true.
俺もようやく情報が手に入ったんでな。待ちくたびれたが、これで動ける。
そうだな。本当に待たされた。俺も時給動くとしよう。
It was time to take action? I think he means it is time to take action. Okay, well, now we know that the Visconti and the Falzone are on our heels again. He lowered me down, then dusted the dirt off my legs.
痛みは
It hurts a bit, but not so much. Despite the battle he'd been through, he had hardly a drop of blood on him. I was sure we both smelled of blood from being surrounded by the dead and dying. But I felt desensitized to the smell in my current state. Where are we?
もうストラノでは暮らせないからしばらくここに身を
Did you
隠
just
そう
run like through the city and through the forest while carrying us after that fight? But I mean, to be fair, no one even really knows about this place, so it's not a bad place to hide. I looked around the area. We were at the hills northeast of Bologna. This place was known for its eerie ruins that no one dared venture near. I heard rumors that the Grim Reaper appears here in the ruins. Is it just Orlok? I do hope we'll be okay. I took some consolation in the idea that no one in their right mind would come here. Yeah, but Dante's like not in his right mind at the moment, is he? Let's be honest.
大丈夫。この場所は俺が管理してる。
It is Orlok. Orlok is the source of the Grim Reaper rumors. I'm calling it now. You do?
何度も来てるけど、
See?
黒い死神なんて会ったことない。
Yeah, that's because you're the Grim Reaper, buddy. Like, wait, could the Grim Reaper be Orlok? Yes. I mean, look at him. He's wearing a hood. He's moody and mysterious. Orlok lifted me and sat me down on a rock. He's so little, though. Looking at me, he opened his mouth to speak, then shut it again. After trying a few more times, he finally spoke up.
ごめんなさい。
Why are you sorry?
俺はまた人を殺した。
Orlok.
これまでずっと必要だと信じて殺してきた。
To be honest,
神のためだと。
this kind of makes sense though, because before he was just killing because he was told to, then he was like, no, I don't want to do it anymore, and then he found a reason to do it, you know, to fight. So I still don't think this is the same as going backwards. It's more just like finding a middle ground. I think that's the point. Only a madman would come here and therefore proves that he's mad. True.
なのに
That would be a good setup for that.
今日の殺しは必要なことじゃなかった。
Kind of was though.
戦いを求めたヤンの私欲に
Yeah, but to
巻き
save
込まれただけ。
both of us. His body was shaking, and I wasn't sure if it was from anger or sorrow.
俺はただ人を殺した。あんなにもいっぱい。違う。本当は
How many crises does this man have to have before he gets his happy ending?
殺したくなんてなかった。殺したくなかったのに。
Orlok's emotions erupted as his wails resounded throughout the ruins. But all I could do was watch as Orlok fell deeper into despair. I don't think that is all you could do. I feel like maybe you give him like a little hug, maybe cheer him up a bit. Hey Bellas, thank you for the hydrate. I got my classic Piofiore hot chockey. I added a cute festive hot chocolate. To be a bit seasonal, because I realized people were posting their Christmas decorations on Discord and I haven't done anything Christmas related yet, so I'm trying to get into the festive mood. Too many crises? Yeah, I know. I feel like I hit my level of angsty crises like 2 crises ago. Oh, here we go. Okay, we are going to get to say something. I thought it was going to like end scene there. What should I say to help ease his burden? I had no clue. Wait. No, it is going to end scene. You can hug someone, even if you don't know what to say. Like, you can give them a little reassuring pat on the back or something, you know? You don't just have to sit there and watch them cry. How long had it been? It was night, and we were still in hiding. Orlok suddenly stood up and glared into the darkness ahead. Ooh, are we going to have the scene that we were saying, like with Dante showing up and proving that he's not in his right mind at the moment? His face showed desperation. What is it?
誰か近づいてきてる。下がって。
I feel like, again, like how are we going to get out of this situation without killing Dante? But if we do that, Orlok's just going to have another mental breakdown. Okay. I heard footsteps approaching.
誰？
Orlok questioned the darkness. A silhouette appeared in reply. Is it Dante? Ooh! Hello! In front of us was a man wearing a mask and attire that stood out among the ruins. My favorite mystery character!
どうしてここに？
Long
あなたが
hair
俺た
and
ち
a
を探
mask.
す理由なんてないはずだ。
Beautiful. Is it someone he knows? The man in the mask lowered his head, but it did not put Orlok at ease.
どうかそう構えずにお聞きください。
His voice
私
actor.
は感謝を述べに来たのです。
感謝？
Oh, for killing
感
young?
謝されるようなことなんて
The Lord may forbid killing, but he's a bit more fuzzy on kneecaps. True. Orlok answered him, confused. The man's unnatural gestures and politeness was only making me anxious. Anxious? That's not how I'm feeling. Orlok, do you know him?
前に情報を売ったことがある。アルカの
I
カジ
love
ノの
him.
支配人。
I have a theory, and I don't want anyone to confirm this because I don't want spoilers for who the secret root character is, but I have a theory that it's him, and I hope and pray that it is him. Because I love him, and if I can't date him, I'm going to be very upset. I suppose his behavior befitted his position. Look at his outfit and his hair and his gloves and his mask and his
ディレッ
voice.
トーレを務めさせていただいております。
Ooh.
セバスティアーノ・ガリエと申します。
Oh no, wait, I don't think it is him then because I have seen the name of the secret character. Oh man. Fantisk? Fantisk DLC? Maybe?
こんな廃墟で立ち話というのも無粋でしょう。ぜひ当カジノへいらっしゃいませんか。ここは冷えます。夜を越す宿としては心もとないかと。
I think it should be illegal to give side characters that you can't date character sprites because it's just rude. I think they should all lack character sprites, or at the very least they should have the like stock standard character sprites. They shouldn't be allowed to have beautiful character sprites like this. At the director's invitation, Orlok shook his head with a frown.
俺たちはカジノに用がない。それにあなたが味方だという保証もない。そんな危ない橋は渡れない。
そうですか。残念です。ではそちらのシニョリーナは？
I was just thinking, like, I hope he says Signorina, and he did. Huh? Yeah, sorry, I was too busy ogling you. I didn't hear what you said. Hearing the Direttori's words, I hesitantly replied, ooh, okay, I'll listen to what he has to say or something isn't right. Okay, I'm gonna save because I have a feeling this is an important decision. Because on the one hand, I do want to listen to him and hear him out, right? But on the other hand, I feel like I wouldn't put it past him to be working with the Visconti and the Falzone. Maybe I should trust Orlok's instincts. Or maybe I should just listen. Should I just hear him out? I'll hear him out. I'm assuming you came here for a good reason. Could you explain why? Also, how did you find out we were here?
もちろ
Good
んすべ
questions.
てお話ししますとも、カジノにいらしてくだされば
Why can't you tell me
の話
here?
ですが。
Nah, that's suspicious. Well, I frowned at his words. Orlok sighed, then intervened.
周囲に人の気配はない。ディレットーレはたった一人で堂々と姿を晒してここに来た。
Word ban? Oh man, okay. I'll do my best. Also, good morning. I mean, I just wanted to ask him questions. I didn't mean let's go with him.
疑わしい。けど今すぐ俺たちを攻撃するつもりがないのもわかる。
ええおっしゃる通りです。
だけどカジノは
True.
マフィアとのつながりがあるはず。
That's what I'm worried about as well.
そっちが俺たちの敵じゃないなら俺たちを連れてくのはカジノにとっても危険なことだと思うけど。
That is a good question.
その懸念はごもっともですね。オルロック様はこちらの廃墟でも問題なくお過ごしになられるかもしれません。
Wait, don't pretend to be worried about me.
けれどこちらのシニョリーナには辛い逃避行になるのでは？冬も間近。防寒具もな
Winter
し
is
に
upon us.
この廃墟で夜を過ごすなど女性には厳しい状況かと。
Seems to have a worldwide audience. It's night where I am. Yeah, well, it's I think it's Sunday morning for like US and North America and Canada, and then or like everything in that sort of time zone. But it's Monday morning for Australia. I'm trying really hard not to say the banned word. I'm gonna say that your is okay. It's not the same as the word that you've banned. Yeah, my weekend was good. It's pretty hot here, so I didn't go outside much. I just stayed at home. Sunday night for, for space person. Yeah. It's so hard to think of what to say without using that word. But yeah, no, my weekend was good. Pretty chill. Stayed at home. Didn't go outside because it was too hot, and caught up on housework and did some more like writing and stuff. So yeah, pretty easy and relaxing. I felt really refreshed after yesterday. How's everyone else's weekend? I won't say the banned word.
あなたがもし彼女を大切にお思いなのでしたら、丁重に扱って差し上げなければ。こうしてお顔を眺める限り、失礼ながらあまり体調がよろしいようには思えません。
I will not forgive your rudeness. My body was cold, without a doubt. I can just wear Orlok's jacket. What's this about a banned word? Oh, when Serendipity came into the chat, they redeemed IRL word ban, to ban a specific word, so I can't say it for 3 minutes. Mine was boring, too hot to do anything. Yeah, it was so hot this weekend. Thankfully, the weather has changed, though. Belos had to drive 4 hours at 2 a.m. to drop off family at airport? Dang. You're a committed family member. I would be like, sorry, I'm not available. I'm not available at 2 a.m. I'm busy sleeping. Also, you voted for best end? Thank you for your faith in me. Oh, the word ban's ended now. I can say you again. The pain from being punched was still throbbing. Oh, true. We did just get punched a few times. That's understandable then to not be in the best shape.
カジノは暖かい空間です。ご来訪いただけるなら、お食事もご用意いたします。
I could go for a meal.
そして何より。
And warm. Well, I mean, IRL, I don't want warmth because it's too warm still. Even though the weather's cooled down a bit, my study is still a bit warm. I was playing the odds. Oh, I see, because other people haven't voted for it. I see someone mysterious. You mean the man in the mask, Sebastiano? Yes, I love him. It's so humid. Yeah, it's like really grey and like damp outside, but it's still warm. Stupid weather. Melbourne weather is weird. It can never decide what it wants to be. Like, if you look outside and you look out the window, it looks like it should be cold and grey and rainy. But it's not.
私はあなた方の敵ではありません。一切危害は加えないとお約束
Yeah,
いた
but
しま
bro,
す。
you're wearing a mask and you sound suspicious. Like, how am I meant to trust that you're not our enemy? I'm not sure what to say. Even after the Direttore's reassurance, something felt wrong. Yeah, because he's a deeply unsettling person.
わかった。
He's like Jan if Jan was elegant. It's been sprinkling a little bit of rain where I am, just the lightest little bit. Yeah, the forecast says rain this afternoon, so fingers crossed it'll cool down a bit. How many word bans can there be during the stream? I've now changed it, I think, if I've set it up properly, so that there can only be one active at a time, because last stream I think there were 3 words banned at the same time and I could barely speak. So I think, but I don't think I have an overall limit for the stream. I think it's like, I think I set it to like 5 per person per stream. But I don't even know if you can get that many channel points. In one stream anyway. Because I made it a bit expensive, I think. I cried out in surprise as I didn't expect him to take his offer. Yeah, I'm surprised too, but Orlok has already proved he's willing to like compromise pretty much anything, even his like morals, to protect Lily, so...
大丈夫。
Word ban, okay, thanks, the bus driver.
今度こそ。俺が
I
あ
feel
な
like
たを
that's
守
the
る。
hardest word. Do contractions count? Because I wanted to say that Belos struggles with that word. Wait, contractions count? Oh man.
ディレットーレが裏切るなら殺せばいい。
There's no substitute word. At least with you, I can say someone's... Oh, damn it. At least with you can be replaced by that person's name. There's no substitute for that one. Hearing Orlok state that thought without emotion brought a shiver to my spine. Lily forced herself to look away from the fear shrouding her as she nodded in response. Okay, if Orlok is alright with it, then Lily will go to the casino too. I'm just gonna make MC speak in third person. Our mental and physical capacity had likely reached their limits. That was about the only rationale as to why we decided to head to the casino in Arca. Me or talking third person. Man, it's just so unnatural. It feels weird. We were led into the Direttore's office. He brought a tea set and snacks on a tray for us. There were ham and cheese sandwiches, buttery and toasted to perfection. You're welcome. I didn't say thank you. Oh, no. Alright. He also brought us some cute pistachio macarons.
こちらはカモミールティーです。疲労回復などに効果がありますよ。
Wait, chamomile tea is my favorite. Nailed it. The Direttore began to pour the tea into 3 white cups. He took a cup, then proceeded to sip on the chamomile tea.
もちろんおかしな
It's
ものは
even
入って
better
おり
with
ません。
honey
どうぞお
added
召し上
to
が
it
りくだ
as
さい。
well, and there were these honey, vanilla, and chamomile tea ones that were particularly good. Thank you very much. Oh, damn it. Lily slowly and carefully held the teacup in both hands and took a sip. It tastes good. Yeah, I bet it does. Wait, man, it's so hard not to say. It's just like a habit. It doesn't even register as a word in my brain. The warm tea was melting the frigid cold out of my body.
それでわざわざそこに来てまで俺たちに話したかったことって
They're trying to have a serious conversation. Oh, and thank you for the contribution as well. Orlok looked at him sternly. It seemed his suspicion had not been completely abated.
改めて申し上げます
That's a
が
good word, abated.
私はあなたに感謝しているのです。
さっきも言ってたけど感謝って何のこと
It's gotta be Yan, surely. 3 minutes. Hell yeah, I can say I again. That one is so hard. Because it feels so weird to speak to about yourself in third person. But it's not as easy to work around as you. Next we need to ban Ina. No. Hearing Orlok's words, Direttore's mouth widened in a happy arc. That's a weird way of wording that.
ここだけの話。私はこの町のマフィアが嫌いなので
The
す。
way the voice actor actually like lowered his voice and like whispered that. Wait, that is a juicy secret because he's working with them.
ですから、このところのあなたの功績には目を見張るものがあり
I
ました。
love this. Orlok's just been like wandering around doing his best and struggling, and the Direttore is like, you're a genius. You've like crippled the Falzone family. You killed Nicola. You killed Jan. The Lao Shu is like gonna have to leave now. Like, tell me your secrets, Orlok. And Orlok's like, I'm just doing my best, bro.
功績
Orlok responded curiously, and the Direttore replied with joy.
ファルツォーネのアンダーボスであるニコラ・フランチェスカを迎え撃ち、
Here we go.
ラオ州のヤンも始末なさいました。
He's about to like talk up all of Orlok's achievements, and Orlok's gonna be like, these are all like the worst things that I've done.
頭を失ったラオ州は盲目も同然おのずと壊滅に追い込まれるでしょう。
どこでその情報を
Yeah, that happened like 5 minutes ago. How did he find out? Orlok killed Jan only, a few hours ago. He already knows about that, but it feels weird hearing him call the killing an achievement.
どの組織にも組織外にも私の部下がおりまして、
Okay, I love this guy. This is my
情
favorite
報の速さ
archetype.
には自信がございます。
My favorite kind of love interest are the like puppet master ones,
なら
where they're like
前に
secretly
わざわざ俺から
manipulating
情報を
everything
買
from
ったのは
the
どう
shadows.
して
Absolute favorite trope.
その時はそうする必要があっただけのこと。ところで今後お二人はどのように動くつもりなのか伺っても
I feel like maybe we shouldn't give our plans to the town gossip.
それは
彼女を連れて町を出ますか？その先は短期の安全は確保できるでしょうが
I mean, he's asking pretty good questions though, because I've been wondering the exact same thing. Like, what is our out here? Like, we either stay and we gradually murder all of the mafia people and everyone who hates us for murdering them, or we just leave. Like, I can't see any other option.
マフィアからも峡谷からも 追っ手をかけられることになるかもしれません
Are they
ね。
really gonna like chase after us that much though? Like surely if we like go off to Paris or something, right? Like we're far enough away.
とは申しましても、マフィア相手でしたら、ブルローネ、ひいてはイタリアから離れれば、
That's what I'm
刺したら
saying.
脅威でもないのでしょ
Tactical. Yes, just obliterate the city. Why not? He sounded as if he were belittling the mafia. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Like, they didn't say that in Dante's route. So, well, I guess he wouldn't say it to Dante, would he? It was clear from our short conversation that he did despise the mafia. But he runs a
Yes.
casino. Like my
う。
dude.
強国に対してはそう
Why
も
does he
いかない
hate the mafia so much?
世界中に信徒がいるのでしょ
Okay, I was thinking that though. Mafia aren't gonna like follow us out of the city, but the church though. We gotta go somewhere where Christianity doesn't have like so much power.
強国を敵に回せば、世界中に顔は知れ渡り、特に敬虔な国では
Let's go to
入
Japan.
国を拒否される程度の穏便さでは済まないかと。よく考えて動かれた方がよろしいかと思いますよ。
Wait, he is actually helping us right now? He's right. What should we do? Please don't make me choose. He said to think wisely, but no matter how hard I thought, everything that came to mind was shrouded in a haze. Please don't make me choose game.
さて、今夜はここでお休みください。仮眠室のベッドをお使いいただけるよう手配させていただきます。
I mean, if this guy's like a mastermind, then why can't he tell us what to do? Please, what would you do in our situation?
今はお食事をどうぞ。では、私は一度失礼いたします。
Doesn't mean you like the mafia, is not usually opposite Smith. Yeah, that's true. I guess it depends on the relationship that the casino business has with the mafia. Or maybe he's just doing it on purpose to get information because he knows that that's an easy way to like get information while still remaining a little bit behind the scenes. But still, I want to know more about that. I need to know the gossip. Why does he hate the mafia? We were left together alone, and without much ado, we continued our meal. The music is very dramatic for a meal. I'm digging the sexy saxophone. I know, right? The music in this game is so good. What is this meanwhile story? Not Dante again. No offense, Dante, but I do not care about your revenge plan. I want to know more about this, like, casino guy. I looked through the information at hand. My men from all around town and from all ranks had gathered the information in front of me now. Do you really need a reason to hate organized crime? No, I guess not. But I just feel like he's very mysterious. I want to know his backstory. After making sure I had all the cards I needed, I mumbled,
そろそろ動くか。
oh dear. Somehow I couldn't recognize my voice. It sounded too mechanical. That's because your heart was taken away from you. Your heart being Nicola. Your best bro. He's lost his moral compass. Does he know about the casino though? When he says that he has information? I hope the Direttore isn't betraying us. He doesn't seem particularly trustworthy, but he did seem genuine, I think. Maybe? Hopefully? I feel like we've been through enough game. Let us have a win. There wasn't much to do, so I took a look around the room. It was well kept, but I noticed a picture frame face down on the desk. Ooh. Inspect. Orlok suddenly whispered to me.
ディレットーレは本当に俺たちに対して悪意がないのかも。
I feel like he might be helping you because it's in his best interest too. Like it could help him more than it helps you. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So as long as our like interests align, it should be okay. But I get the sense that he's the type of person who would also just completely flip on you and backstab you if it suited him too. So that's why we need to know more about him.
感
Inspect
謝
the
してる
room.
って言葉も本気かもしれない。
I didn't feel like he wanted to hurt us either. But like someone could still have worked out that we're at the casino now. I'm scared. I don't want the Falzone end of its Conti to show
ディ
up.
レットーレの言う通りかも。
Huh?
強国
Oh,
を敵
why
に
is my
回して
phone
たら
going?
俺たちはずっと
Oh,
追
I've
わ
got
れ
to turn
続
off
ける
my
ことに
alarm.
なる。
My bad. That is true, but I feel like we've already made enemies with the church by running away from Bishop Roseberg.
だから芸家にもう一度会いたい。会ってきちんと話がしたい。あの人は嘘をついていたのかもしれない。でも立派な人な
Oh
んだ。
no, buddy, let's not go down this road again. Bro, the bishop is not a respectable person.
話せば分かってくれる。
The bishop doesn't see you as a person. He literally called you it. And if he doesn't?
その時はあなたを連れて逃げる。
Nobody.
今と変わらない。
It will change the situation. If we get caught, what are you gonna do? Kill the bishop? Who's basically your dad? Who you found out has brainwashed you your whole life? I pursed my lips and began to think. This is a bad plan. No, this is a bad plan, guys. Man. Just go somewhere, go to a non-Christian country. Oh, except both of them are super religious, so they're not gonna do that, are they? No matter what the result, it wouldn't be worse than now. I feel like I'm watching a train wreck and I'm like, this is bad, this is gonna end badly, but I can't do anything to stop it. Surely we're not in the bad end yet. The walkthrough told me that it branched at chapter 8. Wait, oh, we're here, chapter 8? Wait, hold on, Albtraum? I don't know how to pronounce that, but which ending is that? Hold on. Chapter 7? Okay, well, it's not the best ending. It's not the good ending? No, it's the tragic ending. Well then, I guess that answers the prediction. I'm sorry for everyone who had faith in me. Choose outcome. Rip, it was the tragic end. But unfortunately, that means I'm gonna have to go back and change some choices because the tragic ending is too distressing to stream. I had a look at the content warnings and I don't think it's suitable for Twitch. So instead, let me just save because I do want to still play it off stream. And now I've got to work out how to get a different ending instead. Man, I can't believe I got the tragic ending. I thought at least good ending. With Dante, I got good ending first. It's so annoying that you don't unlock the chapters thing to easily go back and change until you've cleared at least one ending. Alright, hold on. Let me check the walkthrough. Wait, where did I go wrong? So that's the best ending. I feel like I haven't had a choice in ages either. Alright, I think I'm just to be on the safe side, I'm just gonna have to go back pretty early in the route and skip through. I did the prologue correctly. Hold on, I want to know where I went wrong. Orlok. Unbelievable. Don't talk to mysterious figure. Oh, yeah, true. Actually, let me go back and just... Hold on. Let me go back and try changing that one and see what happens. I don't know if it'll be enough to change the ending because, I think the tragic ending is just like a lack of, points. Like, I don't have enough points with Orlok. So what am I meant to say here? Which chapter am I in? I'm in chapter 7. Wait, no, chapter 7 is different too. Because that choice doesn't show up if I'm headed towards the good ending. Oh, man. Yeah, you only get this choice if you're already on the way. So I was wrong. The chapter 7 has the same name. But it's still different already. So it must have branched in chapter 6 at some point. Let's try... Chapter 6. I think I chose the right choices here. We'll try chapter 6 and see if we can... I don't know though, I might have to go back a bit earlier and change the choices that I made to get more points towards it. Skip. Could he be using you? Or you deserve better? So I did get this one wrong. You deserve better, you should be more blessed.
もっと恵まれる。
I thought that was like too aggressive. I was trying to be delicate. Do you remember when you told me that you were blessed back at the hideout? But
あなたは違うって思ってる。
oh, that's right, because he was saying that he was blessed because he was like alive or something, and but he also said that he'd never felt happiness. There are many children here who were raised in a loving family, but if you're assigned missions without a chance at feeling what happiness is... I recalled seeing Orlok smile when he was playing with the children at the church. This conversation's pretty similar from the last one, though. Come to think of it, he mentioned he couldn't smile like those kids. Did we read this part? No. This is slightly different. You have the right to play, laugh, and eat good food. Live, love... Wait, was it live, laugh, live, love? Something? Don't you think you deserve better?
でも
After listening to my words, Orlok seemed dismayed. He slowly began to speak.
確かにリリーと出会ってからはいろんなことを知った。子供たちと遊ぶと疲れるし、
Aww.
食事が楽しいってこととか、怪我をした時に誰かがそばにいてくれると痛みが和らぐとか、胸が温かくなるような時間を過ごせた。それは事実だと思う。
Orlok spoke slowly, as if recalling all that he had been through. He was tracing his past and connecting it to his actual feelings then. Okay, this does actually feel like a better conversation than the one that we had. Back at the hideout, you told me that you felt joy and happiness like never before. You also said that you may not have the right to say that. This feels the same. No?
本
Did
当
it really
は
branch here? Surely
いけ
not.
ないのかもしれないけど、俺はあなたと出会ってからがこれまでの人生で一番楽しいし嬉しい。だって俺は任務なのに
So this is all the way before we
そん
actually
な風
like
に思うの
ran
は
away from the
い
bishop
けないことだ。
and met up with Luca again. Why not? I don't see why you have to force yourself to feel things. People experience joy and happiness, and they express that in
で
words.
も俺は
Before the bishop
Stop.
says you have to kill Lily, and he has his like,
任務は
he
果た
starts
さな
down
くちゃ
that
い
path
けな
of
くて
like angsty crises of faith. So maybe we can like avert that a little bit, or divert rather.
それ
Oh, forgot to read out of the line. My bad. You're telling me that Bishop Roseberg has given you such a life? If so, I can't trust him after all. Orlok's body was shaking, and he looked at... Yeah, because before I was like, is he using you? And he was like, how dare you? And he just left.
俺はあなたのことは好きだし、俺にとって芸家は恩人で
Oh no, is he about to
誰
do
よ
it
り
anyway?
正しい人だから今
Yeah, no, here we go.
あなたが言ったことをそのまま認めることは
Yeah, this is all the same. So then he still does... Wait, is this a new Meanwhile story? No, we read both of those. Should I do them anyway? I don't want to like miss out on points towards Orlok. But now leaving will only further your distrust of the bishop? Yeah, I don't know. So I think we always have to leave. I just want to make sure, like, if I skip the Meanwhile stories, that it's not gonna like put me on a bad ending as well. So watch those.
おはよう朝食
Okay, so then he brought breakfast, and then we like ignore each other for like a solid week. And we both feel angsty about the fact that we're not talking to each other. Oh, and then there's a compulsory Meanwhile story. We start talking it out. We feel better about it. Then he goes back to see Bishop Roseberg, and Bishop Roseberg's like, I want you to kill Lily. And all looks like, huh? But I love her. Aim. Did we read this one? Yeah, okay. So then he has his like whole crisis of like, man, was I actually brainwashed my whole life by the person who I thought was basically my dad? He like attacks Lily, basically puts a knife to her throat, and then asks her a bunch of moral questions. What am I meant to say? Oh, I got it right. I'm meant to say I'm afraid of dying. Because he asks us if we would sacrifice ourselves for the greater good, basically. And we say we're afraid, but if it was important, then we would. Oh, I was meant to save there. Oopsie, my bad. Save. Is it too late to save after I make that choice? Ah, well. And then no. Okay, yeah, good. I said the right one. So how did I end up on the tragic ending then? Huh? Game? And then we have to do what we can, it says, is the next one. Oh, now we do meet Luca still. Okay, I'm glad that we always meet Luca because he was my fave. I feel like I would have said we have to do what we can. I wouldn't... Bam, 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 bam. Oh no, see now we're looking for Luca, okay. And we find him, he's dying of a fever, cool. And then Orlok's like, I want to help him by baptizing him so at the very least he can go to heaven. And then he's like, but I can't because my hands are too stained with blood. Then we tell him we have to do what we can. I feel like I'm gonna still end up on the tragic ending because I didn't actually change any of my choices really. And we're in chapter 7, which has the same name but apparently different choices because if I get into the best ending, it says there's a potential choice to say, are you blushing? Yeah, nah, I think we're still heading towards the tragic ending. We've got the whole fight with Jan. Pow, pow, pow. And then we go stibby stab. Oh no, we get punched first and then we go stibby stab. Yeah, this feels like it's still a tragic ending, doesn't it? I think I'm gonna have to go back further. What other choices did I make? Okay, we read that. And if the Direttore shows up, then I know that I'm still tragic ending. What else did I do wrong? Yeah, alright. Well, looks like going back to the beginning of Orlok's route. When we get kidnapped. Do you guys remember that way back in the beginning? That time that Orlok kidnapped us and punched a nun? Speak to him. So I was meant to speak to him. And I understand. I am. I suck at the games where you have to be like super nice. And like ladylike. Can I keep skipping? And then we get in a shootout at Jan's place and we find out that Orlok can dodge bullets because he's just that cool. He's got those protagonist powers. So many of these people are dead by the end. And then this is the bit where he kills Nicola. And I was like, oh my god, this game isn't messing around. Like normally characters with like names and character sprites, they don't die. But in this case, well, it's really flashy, my bad. But like in this game, they just straight up killed one of the love interests in the beginning. Thank goodness. I got them all right. How did I end up in the tragic ending? And then I meant to say ... Unbelievable. Wait, I said I believe you. Sorry for having faith in the love interest. I'm sorry, I'm just an ordinary girl. Oh, this is when he's like, you're the saint and the holy person, so now I'm gonna worship you and offer you my life and body and soul and stuff. All the angst. I decided to speak what was really on my mind. Orlok looked at me intently. I'm not as pure as you say I am, Orlok. Ay! I was simply raised in the church because my parents passed away long ago. Orlok believed what he heard, but me, a holy person from a prophecy? It was hard for me to accept his words as fact. That's because they're not fact, unfortunately. This boy is being manipulated by the bishop. For some reason, Orlok's eyes glimmered with hope, hearing my modest denial. He's like, only a saintly person would say they're not a saint. Your modesty is proof of your purity.
ない。謙虚なところも
See?
とても清らかで。それこそが裏付けだと思う。
She's like, I'm not a saint. And he's like, that's exactly what a saint would say.
あなたこそ信託が示す存在です。
Well, as I started to try and find the right words, a voice resounded through the room.
お楽しみのところだったか？だと
I think we saw this bit, didn't we? Yeah. Then Yan interrupts, and he's just like playing with us. But this is back when we're actually living with the Lao Shu, because Orlok is so easily manipulated that he legitimately thought that they were like, yes, we will respect these Christian traditions despite not actually being Christians. Alright, now we're in chapter 2. This bit was actually cute. I love this part of his route. Like, we're just hanging out, eating breakfast. The twins are cute. The conversation is awkward once Yan arrives. We're like talking about the differences in cuisine. It's very chill. Calm before the storm. Oh, so I wasn't meant to stare at him. I was meant to say, I really want to go. Please, I really want to go. So this is when she wants to go to the church and all looks like it's too dangerous. If the Falzone is after me, then the church may be in danger too. It was only intuition, but it was still more than enough to make me anxious.
わかりました。あなたがそこまで言うなら
I liked my one
仕方
though.
ない。
I basically did puppy dog eyes at him and it was cute.
教会に行ってあなたの不安が晴
And
れ
he
る
got
と
all
いい
flustered and being like, I can't say no to you when you look at me like that.
でも一つだけ条件がある。
This bit we've already seen. I mean, so apparently I really want to go as the correct choice, but I still liked the response to the puppy dog eyes more. Well, that's right, then we show up at the church and he's like, hey, Sister Sophia, remember me, the guy that knocked you out the other day? And she's like, Lily, I don't know if I approve of you hanging out with this man. And Lily's like, it's fine. I know he's done some dodgy things, but I swear he's good actually. And Sister Sophia's like, doubt, but alright, I'll give him a shot. And yeah, I was meant to say Orlok isn't a bad person. Wait a minute, Sister Sophia. Orlok isn't a bad person. I jumped in to defend Orlok. I was certainly surprised myself, but he acted for the purpose of my well-being. Is this the part where she says, I know he abducted me, but... Yeah, here we go. He did abduct me, but... The denial is strong, but I understand. I'm like that about all my problematic faves. You should make your own Otome game. I am actually working on writing for an Otome game at the moment. I just can't say much about it yet because it's still early stages. But I have several ideas for Otome games actually. And I am working on one at the moment. You look like you were having fun. Or... Thank you. I was going to say thank you for playing with them. These feel like inconsequential choices, but apparently they're more consequential than I thought. Oh, I haven't read this part. They must have had fun playing with
あな
you.
たの役に立てたなら幸いです。
And this whole trip to the church was fun too. Like, seeing him play with the kids, but then, like, not even going easy on them, despite the fact that he's a trained assassin. He's just, like, obliterating these children at their games. That was cute.
でも俺こんなにたくさんの子供に囲まれたのは初めてで少し戸惑いました。
Cute. We had, like, a nice little bit of just chill family life before we got into all the drama.
それに俺の周りにいたのは大人ばかりでした。
I see.
だからちょっと新鮮だった。
Orlok looked at me with gentle eyes. Now we skip. He does have gentle eyes. He has everything about him is... Well, I was about to say everything about him is gentle, but he is also an assassin and a murderer and stuff. So maybe not everything, but like his general vibe is very sweet. Can I skip? I don't want to watch the Meanwhile stories again. Skip, skip. Most of the Meanwhile stories were of of Dante. Wait, Nicola's still alive? Or was that just him reminiscing? Oh, I loved that scene where we like come out and we see Orlok laying on the ground with the kids just like draped over him because they're all exhausted from playing. That was cute. Is it still dangerous? Made the right choice there too. Oops. I love the music whenever Young comes on the screen. Like his theme song. It's so good. That's right. And then the Lao Shu starts showing up at the church. Causing problems. And then we go get a snack. This was also cute. I'm pretty sure when I chose I want one too, she like tugged on his sleeve and was like, me please. Yeah, here we go. That's probably the difference. I feel like he did die, or maybe he didn't die at that point. Maybe, oh no, that's right. The first fight they had, Orlok just like scratched his hand with his knife, remember? And it was the second time they fought that they killed Nicola. I don't want to read the Mimo story, but I don't want to mess up and have to go through again. Skip, skip, skip. Yeah, so I think Nicola is still alive at this point, and then he dies in the second showdown that they have. The music is really good. And then we get to chapter 3, I'm pretty sure now. Yes. Ba-bang. I love her bedroom as well. It's very cute. So the Lao Shu is still causing problems at the church, and Lily's like, we should do something about this. But nobody knows what to do. Oh, so wait, I called Orlok because he said, whenever you're in trouble, you should just call my name and I'll be there. And then I did that, and then he did show up, and it was really cute. And like, he had his whole like dashing hero rescue moment. But I meant to say stop it. I did the opposite, right? Like I went the passive MC route of like calling on the love interest to save me, but this time was the one time I was meant to be the proactive one. So maybe not killing him is what leads to good end? Yeah, I don't know. I will have to see. I don't know how to stop him from killing him though. I stomped toward them and stepped in between Elena and the men. I sternly looked the two Lao Shu men straight in the eyes. I assume you're joking. Don't tell me you're seriously asking a person of the church to entertain you two. You tell him, Lily. I couldn't hold back my anger, especially after seeing my friend treated this way.
No. Oh.
So they do actually listen to her, because I think that was the other reason why I made that choice, was because she tried to like tell them off or something before, and they weren't listening, and then Orlok came in and said the same thing, and they did listen. So I was like, well, clearly we need a man in this situation. But apparently not. I was wrong. He stuttered a bit, then looked at the other Lao Shu. They do respect her. Interesting. They reluctantly nodded in agreement, but I continued my tirade regardless. Don't you dare do something like this to the people here again. No saints can get so angry. With that, they walked over to the refectory. They suddenly stopped at the entrance. It looks like they were waiting for me. Good. I could feel the tension in me ease, seeing them move away.
Arigato, Lily.
I'm sorry to put you in this situation, Elena. I hope they didn't scare you all. I felt sad and bitter seeing Elena and the kids so worried and confused. And then Orlok's just watching proudly from a distance. Orlok squinted at me as if he were looking at something bright. I think he did that before, didn't he? Oh no, apparently not. He needed to be impressed by my anger and my defiance. And this meanwhile story we did, because this is when Dante's starting to get flashbacks. Hey, and then he remembers Orlok murdering his dad, because Orlok was also an assassin when he was a child, because that's a very healthy upbringing to have. Ooh. This is new. Oh, so this is because we stepped up and stood up for Elena instead. They respect me. I tilted my head, thinking back at how I'd been treated until now. Well, they did listen to me, no matter what. Which was also why Orlok and I could come to the church every day. I don't think so. I doubt they sincerely respect me. Is something the matter, Orlok? For some reason, Orlok suddenly closed his mouth in silence.
とてもなんていうか
Orlok looked at me intently with shimmering eyes.
かっこよかったです。
Aw, this is cute. Huh? Oh. You mean when I helped Elena?
はい。
Well, that was just in the heat of the moment. I wasn't anything at all. Actually, I'm quite embarrassed.
いいえ、かっこよかっ
Cute.
た。
Really? Thank you. His confident affirmation was making me blush. ... Seeing me blush, Orlok looked at me with kind eyes. And then we skip again. But that was cute, actually. So we didn't get the dashing rescue, but we did get him complimenting us. I've already seen these. And then this is the bit where we like go out the front and the old ladies are like, wow, you really are a holy person. Let me like touch your hands and stuff. And then the Lao Shu are like, if you want to touch the holy person's hands, you gotta like pay up, old ladies. Because how else do you make someone seem like a bad guy if not have them harassing old ladies, harmless old ladies at the front of a church? They're like, we need to make sure the audience knows that they're the bad guys. Because like they were being annoying, but like talk to Yan or talk, surely it's talk to Orlok, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, I meant to save here? Maybe there's a bad ending if you go and talk to Yan instead. Talk to Orlok, which is what we did. I think she wanted to talk specifically about the Lao Shu causing problems at the church, so going to Yan would not have been a good idea. And this is where we find out that the bishop is not a good dude. Or like it's confirmed. We already sort of knew. Oh, this is the one! So we see Dante out the front of the church. This is where Nicola dies. Because remember, Nicola's gone into the church to deal with the Lao Shu inside. And then... yeah, so this is it, Rat Trap. He deals with the Lao Shu inside while Dante faces off with Orlok. But then Nicola's like, I have a bad feeling about this, and runs outside and like... says, get down, Mr. President, and takes a bullet for Dante. Or not a bullet. Because Orlok uses knives, but takes a stab wound for Dante. Pew 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 pew. Yeah, see, I don't think there's anything I can do to stop this from happening. Like, I don't think we get a choice here. They're just fighting off. One of them shooting, one of them stabbing, but the stabbing one wins somehow. Pew pew. Stab stab. Yeah, see, then he goes to stab Dante and Nicola jumps in the way. See, I don't think we can stop it. So then how do we resolve the Dante issue? Because Dante's always, no matter what, going to end up on that path where he's like, I want to kill Orlok. Oh, that's right. And then we get this bit where they come up with the pettiest reason for for the Visconti hating us. It's just they're trying to like secure a business deal in the casino as we're running outside. Someone shoots at us. It's not even us firing the guns. And then Gil's like, I will never forgive them because my business deal didn't go through because they caused a commotion outside. And then he's like, I need to kill that man because he like, because it's a matter of honor or something. And I'm like, what? That is the silliest reason. Done. Next time, just run? Okay. Next time, can we run instead of fight?
逃げる。戦わないで。
Oh, so she doesn't... Maybe it was me telling him not to kill anyone? Because then later on he feels bad when he has to? Seeing what happened back there, I knew full well that it wasn't easy to run. Even so, violence hurts both those who suffer it and those who inflict it. So maybe I get a good ending because I don't make him promise not to kill anymore? What do you think, Orlok?
よくわからない。
Oh, he takes too long to say his lines. His eyes were telling me that he wasn't sure what to say, but...
俺のことを心配してくれてる。
Yes, of course. Orlok gave a sigh, hearing my words. His confused expression went away.
ありがとう。俺なんかにも気を配ってくれて。本当に あなたは優しい。
Cute. Orlok closed his eyes, then apologized to me again.
今日怖かったと思う。
Okay, now it's Skippy Skip again. So we have a heartfelt conversation number 1, where we start to like dismantle the brainwashing that he went through as a kid. Oh, and then this is Nicola, like literally his last words to Dante, because the game was like, I don't think you were sad enough about the fact that Nicola died. So have this little extra side scene just to like drive home the grief and angst. Oh, and then this is the part where Jan has a chat with us and is like, in order for the plan to work, Lily has to become a martyr, to become a true saint and like end all the violence in Bologna. And yeah, I have to say, oh, I can't deceive the people. Hey, I got it right. Did I save before I... Oh no, I meant to save after that. Okay. Hold on, let me save here real quick. I think I got these next ones right. Hey, Sleepy, how are you? Yeah, so I was meant to say be compliant. So actually, I kind of want to watch this scene again. So Jan is like, she needs to become a martyr so she can be a true saint, resolve all the violence in the city. And Lily's like, I don't want to do that. And then he like puts his hand around her neck and is like, I will kill her. Like, so we be compliant first. Depending on what we say, he'll probably kill me right here and now. I'd better not fight him for now. Even if I wanted to, I was too frightened to move. I sensed Jan smiling behind me.
静かだな。賢明だが面白くはない。
And then I love the next line from him. Tired, feeling like redoing some stuff for Twitch or stream elements. Oh yeah, because you were streaming earlier, weren't you? Some more God of War? I was able to lurk a little bit, but I didn't say anything in chat. Oh, Orlok. The way he sniffled. It seemed Orlok couldn't make his move either. I need to say something. If I don't, he may kill me outright. His first suggestion was to deceive the people, the other was to kill me. Maybe I can suggest something else, but what? Yeah, finished it? Oh, hell yeah! Good job! I was literally at the end? Oh no. After some thought, So what am I meant to say next? Obey? No, I was meant to say I don't want to be used. I got this conversation right. Is it literally just that one choice earlier where I chose to say, like, suggest running instead of saying don't kill anyone anymore?
いいだろう。聖女様。
Alright, I'm gonna skip because I want to see the ending, damn it. So we got to the end but realized we were on the tragic ending, and I've heard some things about the tragic ending that made me decide not to stream it because I just think even if I put content warnings up, I think it's just going to be a bit too intense. So I'm just going back and using a walkthrough to get to the good ending instead. Skip, skip, skip. So we still run away from the Lao Shu, and Yan's still like, okay, I'll let them run away because it suits me. Yeah, this is that scene. And then we end up having to go to Strano. Oh no, this is his hideout first, then Strano later. Oh, and we get the cute fireplace scene where we snuggle up and like share our feelings and stuff. Hell yeah. Because now Orlok's starting to come to terms with the fact that, oh my god, not another word ban. Orlok's starting to come to the terms with the fact that the bishop probably manipulated him a lot. Ask him a question, that makes sense. Because Lily's trying to get to know him. I was about to use the banned word. I want to romance him. That is the goal of this route, therefore I should choose the option to get to know him better, is what I'm trying to say. He whispered to me, but I didn't answer. Funeral? Oh, this is Nicola's funeral. There were so many funerals in this route, I can't remember which one's which. This route was so tragic and angsty. It was just one angsty scene after angsty scene. Like, how many ways can we... Oh, sorry, damn it. The writers said, how many ways can this team of writers traumatize this poor character? So we're in chapter 5 now. I didn't think this banned word was going to be as hard as some of the others, but apparently I was wrong. I'm sorry. Wait, why is I meant to say I'm sorry? I'm so sorry. Oh, because she's feeling bad that all the food is like expensive and hard to get, right? Well, I've been reliant on you the entire time I've been here. I wish I could help you with the shopping. It gets boring just being here and...
ダメ
Are you sure?
ダメすごく二人で動くのは危険だから
So I was trying to be
あ
positive
なたが残るのは
and just say
仕
thank
方
you
がない
for all the food. But apparently I was meant to say
俺
sorry.
はラオ州やファルツォーネに見つからないよう動い
Forgot
てる
this is the angst route. Oh, thank you for following Catlord99. I appreciate it.
見つかった時ここを知られないように追っ手を巻いて戻らないといけないだから俺一人の方が動きやすい
Wait, is this the same convo now? No. Despite Orlok's thoughtful explanation, it just meant that I was of no use. I don't think that's the way you meant to interpret it, but again, this is the angst route. I should have been thinking that when I was making my choices. Hi, Catlord, how are you doing? I didn't know what to say. Orlok saw that I was troubled. He began to speak.
リリーは俺を助けてくれてる
Well, this is a pretty cute
俺
conversation.
は食料を買ってくることはできるけど料理は全然できないあなたのおかげでこんな状況なのにいつ
This
も
is cute.
美味
I
しいもの
can
が食べ
forgive
ら
the
れる
game for making me choose the other
グラッツェ
option.
感謝してる
Grazie. I like that they say the actual Italian word sometimes. Thank you, Orlok. Ask him? No. His words warmed my heart. His words warmed my heart. I wanted to do my very best to make a meal that Orlok could enjoy. And then we cook for him and it's cute. Oh no, I said the word again! Wait, 3 minutes! I just scraped by the deadline for that. I thought that I'd said we when I wasn't allowed to, but it just changed to 3 minutes as I said it. So I'm gonna say it doesn't count as breaking the word ban. And then we got brooding stoic mafia bosses being brooding stoic mafia bosses. Being all masculine with each other. Oh no, actually that was a sweet moment. He was like, my condolences for Nicola's death. Sad face. Then we're like trying to piece together all the pieces of the puzzle. Again, having a like little moment of just having a nice meal together to like break up some of the more intense scenes. But just when it lulls you into that false sense of security and you're like, man, this is actually kind of nice. We're just chilling, we're just living together. There's another gunfight. Because of course there is. And Orlok comes home, bloody, covered in scars and wounds. His own blood and other people's. So I was meant to say, don't worry about me. I mean, the CG is very pretty. Oh, and we tended to his wounds as well. I think we had to like get out a bullet from his arm or something. Then we like patch him up and he's still not feeling super well. So we get that classic scene of taking care of someone. And now he's getting all blushy because I think at this point they've already confessed to each other and said that they love each other. And we got religious shenanigans happening. The bishop shows up. He's super sus, but everyone seems to love him. We go hang out with the bishop. He seems super sus again, but all looks super brainwashed. So he's like, what? The bishop do something bad? Inconceivable. I was meant to say that. I was meant to stand up to for Orlok. Hell yeah. So yeah, he's like apologizing to me and basically treating Orlok like he doesn't exist. And Lily's like, how dare you? You raised this man. The least you could do is acknowledge him. Gunfights in a mob city, who would have guessed? Exactly. You gotta have a few of them sprinkled into the route just for to make it more thematic. And so then we have the awkward conversation of being like, hey, I think this guy who's basically the closest thing you have to a parental figure is potentially not that nice a guy, maybe not that trustworthy, and maybe you deserve better. I think just triple checking. You deserve better, yes, okay. You deserve better. And he's like, I kind of see what you mean, but also I'm still too brainwashed to accept this. Daddy be evil, he is evil. And then for some reason the guide tells me to skip these ones.
Ohayo.
I don't know why I meant to skip Meanwhile stories to get to a good ending, but anyway, skipped. I'm not allowed to skip reason. Wait, but it tells me to skip reason. No, it doesn't. So I meant to skip duty and murder and skip aim. And then save, and then say I'm afraid of dying, according to the guide. So is this aim? Yeah. So I will just go past it. I wonder why you meant to skip it in order to get a good ending. Alright, and then we'll save here. Now we're getting to the pointy end of the story again, because this is when the bishop is like, you should kill Lily, that is my next order. And he's like, don't know about that, chief. But he goes to do it anyway because he's a good boy. And Lily says saintly things until he questions his orders. I love this CG though. Oh, look how beautiful it is with the moonlight. Orlok brandished his dagger, pointing it at my neck. This was a good scene. He'd be an evil Reverend Daddy, exactly. But Orlok wasn't moving. I love this trope as well. The one where the tormented, angsty love interest has been ordered to kill you, so he puts the knife to your throat and he's like, I could do it, and it's like, gotta try and convince them not to, or in some cases, they're just like, do it then. And then he has to make the decision. But I love this whole thing, I've been ordered to kill you, I must fulfill my duties, and it's like, do they choose their duties or love? Beautiful. And then I think I meant to say no. No, yes, here we go. Peace is precious, but you shouldn't kill people to obtain it because then it's not real peace, is basically what she said. And he's like, damn, she's right. And then drops his knife and is like, we should run away instead because my dad is like, wants me to kill you and I don't know how to tell him that I don't want to kill you without him trying to kill me. So let's just run away and we'll have a nice life in the slums together. Also, here's a small child that I found and he's super cute. Let's bring him home, give him some food, treat him like a son. I'm sure nothing bad or sad will happen to him at all. He's just a super cute little kid. He's going to brighten up everyone's lives. We're going to have a good ending and the three of us will live happily ever after. That's definitely what's happening right now. You love a lot of very bad in real life tropes. I do. Oh no, even in the good ending this happens. Yay! I mean, what happens? I'm going to be in sweet, sweet denial. Oh. Oh man, I was meant to save before I said no. Oh well. I'll save now. We have to do what we can. And then definitely nothing sad is happening right now. Definitely not. This is all fine. Everything is fine. Everyone is alive. I don't know what you're talking about. Man, I loved Luca. I'm so mad that this still happens in the bad ending. Like, literally, his character's entire purpose is to be cute and to make Orlok love him so that he can die and make Orlok question whether or not God exists. Like, what kind of sadistic writer creates a character solely for that purpose? To make the reader sad and to torment the love interest even more. Oh, we still have this fight. Wait, so Orlok still murders him. Wait, literally the only, like, choice I feel like has been consequential so far has been the one where I said run away instead of don't kill someone. Am I meant to redevelop? That's not the button I meant to press. No, it says to skip it. Okay. Maybe I meant to just, like, ignore Dante. Maybe that also helps. So we're still hanging out in the ruins. Here we go. I literally think it was that it's called fridging. Well, it sucks. Not a fan of that. I literally think it was that one choice where in the beginning, instead of saying don't kill people anymore and making him promise not to kill anyone, we just say maybe let's try running away, you know, maybe there's some alternatives. That's not what happened. See? I said just hug him. That's what I said. That is the difference. In the bad ending, she just watches him cry. In the good ending, she hugs him. I can't believe I was so close to getting his good ending. You did protect me. I feel like I only had to change like 3 choices. I'm so mad. I was so close. You could have run away if you wanted to, but you didn't. You stayed and fought for me. Yeah, so instead of having that angst of being like, I promised not to murder anyone, but I did, we've just got the, you know, I didn't want to kill them, but you had to kind of thing. It's considered a bad writing move. Yeah, I can see that. If anyone is guilty of a sin, it's me.
リリー、あなたは
Okay, so I'm pretty confident now that we're heading towards the best ending. Orlok looked at me with tears in his eyes. I looked back at him and did my best to relay my feelings. Thank you, Orlok. I'm happy you're with me. I didn't want to die. I was so scared. I was lucky that you were there to protect me. How many sins had Orlok committed for my sake? Oh, did you guys hear that little sniffle? His voice actor is so good. Orlok held me tightly, as if I were the only thing left in this world. I mean, from his perspective, Lily basically is the only thing left in his world. He's lost, like, the bishop, and he's even questioned his faith in God. Like, he doesn't have a lot left at the moment. We embraced each other, supporting each other. Yeah, this route has definitely been tragic. It seemed we'd both fallen asleep from the ordeal. I opened my eyes to the blinding sunlight. It's cold in here. Orlok twitched, then slowly opened his eyes. Saints can sometimes raise the dead in some legends, so maybe... Ooh! I mean, that would be cool. I don't know how much power Lily actually has, though. We looked at each other's faces. Noticing our dried tears, I began to blush. I looked at Orlok and he looked a bit uneasy.
気がついたかな?
This guy, Emilio. Now you decide to show up. Amid the silence of the ruins appeared a young boy.
誰？俺たちを追ってきた。
Huh? Orlok doesn't know him? Emilio knew Orlok. Orlok jumped up and stood in front of me. A child? Out here? He's not actually a child, Lily. Let the good boy live. I hope. We can hope. I looked at the young boy warily.
リリアーナ・アドルナート、そして首都オルロック。
Sus. Who are you? He's very pretty though.
はじめまして。僕はエミリオ。
The young boy named Emilio reminded me of a painting of a beautiful angel. But an angel wouldn't come to this place, much less a young boy like him. The fact that he knew who we were was enough for me to keep my guard up. Lily has been very sensible in this route.
僕は君に使命を伝えに来た峡谷の使いだ。
峡谷の使い。
ああ。使徒の本来の役割をロズベルグは意図的に伏せていたようだからね。
本来の役割。
Yeah, isn't his true role to like guide Dante or something and like teach him about the relic and the eighth sacrament and stuff?
順を追って話そう。まずはロズベルグが君を騙していたことから。
This is rough.
計画が俺を騙して。
I feel like we went through that though. I thought we already agreed that the bishop... Oh no, he still thinks the bishop is just like misguided, right?
ああ、残念だけれど、そういうことだよ。
Orlok bit his lips and looked down. The fact he didn't try to refute what Emilio said was proof that he felt the same way. Oh, Orlok.
もっと早く教えてあげられたらよかったのだけれど、こちらにも事情があってね。
Emilio smiled and continued.
使徒の存在やその役目を把握している者は峡谷の人間でもごく一部に限られる。これは秘匿事項だ。心して聞いてほしい。いいかい、オルロック。使徒という役割は
Yeah, here
本
we
来
go.
墓守の一族を助けるためのも
And
の
the
だっ
keepers
た
of。the grave at the Falzone. What are you talking about?
ああ、君も聞いたことがあるだろう。この町の
Time for a
神
little
託の話の。
exposition. Yes.
今あなたが話していたのはこの町に伝わる神託の話
Oh yeah, I thought it was weird
です
that
か
Orlok didn't know about that.
もっと詳しく教えてほしい
Man, I love sad boys. Look at him. So cute. What else? Well, I'm sorry. I'm not well versed in it. After all, it's lore from long ago. All that is known about it is that the person did build the church here and grew the town to what it is today.
天使が神託を誰に授けたのか聞いたことは
Falzone. Although, didn't we find out in
あ
Dante's
の
route
神
that
託を受けたのは
this is a bit of
とある
an
聖人だ。
edited version of the story?
現代に伝わる神託は不完全なもの
Yeah,
で
here we
ね。
go. Oops. What do you mean?
とある聖遺物をこの地に隠し、守り人を置き、長きにわたって管理をしていくこと。
I like confident boys. Then you probably like Gil more, I think.
それこそ天がもたらした言葉の真実だ。
Sacred artifact? Isn't it Jesus' body?
赤森の一族とは守り人たる聖遺物の管理者。
Oh no, that's not the
今
artifact.
の
He's
ファル
just
ツォーネファミ
the...
リーのことだよ。
This is where Jesus was buried, but the actual artifact I'm pretty sure is the chalice that like she used to heal Dante in his route. The Falzone family?
そう。ファルツォーネは何も初めから犯罪組織だったわけではないのだから。
They're actually holy people.
時代の流れに合わせ、ファルツォーネはその時々で形を
The
変え
story
て
is
きた。
so wild once it actually gets into it.
今はマフィアと呼ばれる組織だというだけ。本質はあくまで別にある。
じゃあ俺は
Yeah, you kind of fucked that one up, hey.
ファルツォーネを
Bit
助けるべ
Orpheus.
きもの
He murdered the last boss. Not exactly helping.
本来であればね。とはいえ、教えられなければ知る由もないことだ。君が悔やむことはないよ、オルロック。ともかく、ファルツォーネが昔からこの土地に固執するのはそういう事情だったわけだ。
Jesus was not buried after his resurrection. That's like a major part of the Christian religion. It is, yes. But in this game, they've decided that Jesus was in fact buried. He did not ascend to heaven. And the church has been lying to everyone this whole time. That's why the relic and the grave has to be kept secret. That's what I mean when I say the story gets wild the more you get into it.
そしてリリアーナ、君も無関係じゃない。
And the Falzone family's sacred mission is to keep the shrine a secret, or the burial place a secret.
聖遺物がこの地に隠されたとき、それが死角なきも
And
の
there's
に
also an
た
artifact,
やす
which
く
I'm pretty sure
奪
is
わ
the
れることの
chalice,
ないよう封印
which
が
is sealed
施された。
and can only be broken by fulfilling the eighth sacrament, which we learned in Dante's route is for the keeper of the grave and the key maiden to come together in soul and heart and body. In fact, they needed that third one.
その封印を解くには選ばれた乙女の協力が必要にな
Which
る。
I find hilarious because this Christian ritual requires premarital sex to break the seal. Chosen?
そう。乙女なら誰でもいいというわけじゃない。資格を持つものでなければ。
Listening to Emilio's words brought a thought to mind.
君は里いっ子だ。ここまで言えばわかるだろう。そう。
What the fuck?
君は
That's so
聖遺物の
wacky.
封
It
印を解
is.
く。
I could not believe what I was
鍵になり
reading.
得る
I was like,
人物なんだよ。
what is happening? They just like rewrote in like super important parts of the Bible. And then yeah, put in some very non-Christian things. Me, the key maiden even. I couldn't trust his words outright, but maybe it was because of this odd presence, or his odd presence, sorry. His words were strangely convincing.
ファルツォーネはもちろんそれを知っている。だから今まで君を陰ながら見守ってきた。
This is how we interpret their religion turn back on us, it's payback. Exactly. I did think that. I was like, what on earth is happening? And then I thought the exact same thing. I was like, well, to be fair, there are a lot of stories about lots of different religions and beliefs and mythologies and cultures and things, so I don't see why, like, the Christian stories can't be treated in the same way.
ファルツォーネが彼女を狙ったのは
And I mean, it's
そのた
entertaining.
め
So,
そう。一方ロズベルグはこの地の生遺物をファルツォーネから奪おうと画策していた。権威の証として使うためにね。
so the bishop wanted the artifact. So that's why he was trying to get his hands on Lily? But then why would he try and kill her if she's needed for the... that doesn't make any sense. Wait a minute, Emilio. Bishop Roseberg tried to kill me. Exactly. If I really am this key, killing me would mean that he'd lose his chance to break the seal.
君は本当に悟い。
Alright, we're about to get it explained. It's
生遺
fine.
物の封印を解くこと以外にも、
Oh,
生
is
遺
there?
物
How
を自分の
convenient.
ものにする方法はある。何かわかるかい？
I thought about the answer. Gaining control of the town?
そう。この土地を手に入れてしまえばいい。
Oh,
ここに
because then
眠
he
る
becomes the
生
keeper
物
of the
ごと。
grave.
ね。
Maybe?
ロズベルグにはそのためにしなくてはいけないことが数多くあった。ラオ州と手を
Man, this
結ん
is
だ
so
のも
convoluted.
その一つだ。だがラオ州は君を神託の聖女と称して祭り上げ、吹聴して回
Yeah,
った。
again, why work with the
ロ
Lao
ズベル
Shu
グ
of
の
all
計画
people?
は狂い出した。ロズベルグはラオ州とのつながりを公表されたくなかった。仮にも聖職者、清廉なイメージは不可欠だからね。
And like, honestly, why? He's already a super powerful person. So he decided to get rid of me? Can you use the non-sex option? Yeah, I don't know. Emilio smiled. I don't know
ロ
how we
ズベ
would
ル
do
グ
that.
教の神託が指し示した聖女は、すべてラオ州が勝手に語ったものとして処理することにしたわけだ。
In Dante's route, that was a pretty like important thing, was that like they needed to fulfill the ritual in order to get it. Like Emilio showed up and was like, I can't give it to you yet, you're not ready. Then they had sex and he was like, all right, now you're ready. So yeah, I don't know. Orlok frowned, hearing our conversation, and looked down.
それが本当なら
Oh.
やっぱり俺は間違ってたのか。
かつて権威ある宗教家の指示により戦争が行われたこともある。
Emilio's actually being pretty nice this time.
その戦争は恥ずべき歴史であり過ちだった。では間違っていたのは何か？戦った兵士か？違う。間違っていたのはそうさせた人物。
See, he's being like a good bro
Orlok.
right now. He's being like,
君に
look,
とってのロズ
I
ベルグだ。
appreciate you feeling pretty bad about this, but like, you were under the command of someone who you trusted. Like, it's his fault
それでも
for manipulating you.
殺したのは俺だ。
Orlok's voice trembled in despair.
俺は自分が正しいと信じてしてはいけないことをした。
Are you going to have...
その罪を
yeah, no, I don't think so, because it's only...
Sure, no,
The
no,
ritual was only for Dante. It has to be the keeper of the grave. Hearing Orlok's words, Emilio gave a melancholy smile. Plus, I don't think we need the relic in this route. We needed it in Dante's route.
罪を償うか。行為の正しさを語るのであれば、ファルツォーネに彼女を託すことが教国の考え方としては正しい。
彼女をファルツォーネに託す。
なんといってもファルツォーネと彼女の運命は神が望んで結びつけているものだからね。
But I want to be with Orlok this time.
だけれど僕は正しい道が一つだけとは限らないと思う。
どういうこと？
Wait, so Amelia is basically saying that Dante is her fated, like, love interest. But there's multiple paths.
それは君たち自身が考えることだ。
Alright, so he shows up, says, like, explains some things, then gets all cryptic and is like, now the rest is up to you.
確かにロズベルグは間違ったことをした。しかし彼が血も涙もない人間だとは思
Does
わな
he?
い。
He seems pretty dodgy to me.
いいかいオルロック。ロズベルグにとって君はとても危険な存在だ。
Oh, my phone.
俺がどうして？
君はね、生まれてすぐに殺されていてもおかしくはなかったんだ。だけどロズベルグは君を生かした。
What does that mean?
稽古が
Why would Orlok have been
でも
killed?
俺はゲイカと初めて会ったのはベネトの養護院で、
人には知るべき真実とそうでないものがある。
What? What does
僕
that
の口か
mean?
らこれ以上は伝えることはできない。
Fate is literally trying to make you its bitch. I know, I'm so confused now.
知るべきと定められているのなら、君はいつか必ずその理由を知るだろう。
What? What does that mean? Orlok wasn't convinced. No, me neither. But it also seemed like Amelia had no intention of expanding that subject.
彼の中にあるであろう情を信じて目を覚ます時を待っていたけれど、そろそろ時間切れだ。
Wait, so he was saying that he was waiting for Bishop Roseberg to like make the compassionate choice, but he's not? Amelia sighed in disappointment.
これ以上ロズベルグが罪を犯すのを黙って
What are you
見
gonna
てい
do
るわ
about
け
it?
にはい
Wait,
か
what?
ない。オルロック、君にはこれからどうするか、どうしたい
Is he
の
gonna
かを
have to
考
kill
える
Bishop
必要がある。
Roseberg? Like, I know that he's bad, but like, he also raised him.
俺がどうしたいか。
君に未来という名の試練が降り注ぐ前に真実を伝えておきたかったんだ。最も大切なのは君がこれからどう生きていきたいかだと僕は思うよ。
I would rather have fate tell me I was doomed to die than say I had to wait to do it with someone. Wait, I'd like to ask. Nah, he's gone. I hurriedly tried to stop Emilio, who had turned around.
君たちが選ぶ未来を楽しみにしているよ。
It's like all of my oh, I kicked my desk. All of my experiences with Emilio, I've just been like, yeah, he seems cool. Like, I don't know. But then I can't remember who it was in one of the other streams was like, this guy. And I was like, what do you mean, this guy? What does he do? Now I'm worried. Emilio gently smiled and silently walked away. Emilio was gone. For a short while, we silently thought about what happened. The truths Emilio revealed to us, the future, there was much to think about. Yeah, I have no plan. The game's gonna have to give me
聞いてほ
suggestions.
しいことがある。
I still think we should just run away. Orlok broke the silence with a serious look on his face.
俺はゲイカの命令で人を殺してきた。
Yes.
何人も殺した。何十人も。でもそれだけじゃない。俺が殺した中には
He does
先代のファ
remember.
ルツォーネのカポもいる。
Yeah, how are we gonna resolve this thing with
つ
Dante?
まりダンテの父親。
Lily's like, that explains why he's so mad at you. Wait, does Dante know that? I mean,
ファルツォーネにとってお前は絶対に始末しなければならない存在だ。
it sounds like he probably knows.
お前に教える義理はない。これは俺たちファルツォーネの問題だ。お前さえいなければ俺たちはファルツォーネは
Yeah, that's rough, buddy. That would explain why Dante was so fixated on Orlok.
俺はファルツォーネにとって重要な人物であるあなたを奪った。
Yeah, like I said, I don't know
知
how
らなかっ
we
たとはいえ。
I don't know how we resolve this issue with the Falzone family.
そしてダンテの血縁であり、
Yeah.
片
Feels
腕
like
でもあるニコラまで殺してしまった。
we're beyond repair at this point. But you weren't planning on killing him.
それでも殺したのは俺だ。ダンテの怒りは深いと思う。
Orlok looked like he was in pain as he recalled all that he had done.
俺が使徒として正しい行いを今からあなたをダンテに渡したとしても、
Then it means they can never be together.
ダンテはきっともう
Exactly.
俺を許さない。
Orlok closed his eyes and frowned, feeling the gravity of his past. I don't know. Game's gonna have to... Wait, why is she cold? Oh, because it's cold outside. Because it's nearly winter. It was close to evening now, and the air in here was getting colder.
大丈夫。
We don't get to meet the Direttore in this ending though, so is it really the best ending? Yes, I'm fine. I just felt something brush against my nose.
さすがに この時期にここでもう一晩過ごすのは厳しいかもしれない。
No, I'm fine, really. Thank you for being so considerate.
どちらにせよ、ずっとここに居続けるわけにはいかない。
But the mafia is watching the roads.
そう。だけど、今は逆にチャンスかも。
Chance? After a moment, I realized what he meant. The forest? Oh, the Lao Shu is without a leader. So the place where they were watching us may be open now? Orlok nodded.
脱出するにしろしないにしろ、俺たちは相手の動きを知る必要があ
So
る。
we're going to go back into the city to the same hiding spot we used before. I feel like the Visconti and the Falzone know about that by now, surely. But even if we do escape Bologna, where will we go?
わからない。でも安全を考えれば、とにかく一度町を出た方がいい。
Leave town. I recalled Orlok suggesting that to me before, but now it felt even more likely that it needed to happen. If so, there was something I wanted to do. Orlok, if we're going to leave, I'd like to visit the church one last time. Even just seeing the church from afar. I know I'm asking for a lot, but I wanted to see the place I called home one last time.
まだ昨日の今日だから。ラオ州は混乱してるはず。他の組織もきっと。
So the other difference between this and the bad ending is that Orlok has like accepted that the bishop is a bad guy.
今なら街中を動けるかもしれ
So
な
he's
い。
not going to try and go back and see if they can negotiate. Really?
確約はできない。街に近づいてみたらダメだったってなるかもしれない。
I understand. I also know I'm asking for a lot.
でも今の状況を把握するためにも街に降りる必要はあると思ってたから。
This definitely feels like a better plan than
ど
the
う
other
せ行
one.
くならできるだけあなたの希望に添えたらいいと。
Thank you, Orlok.
じゃあまずはアルカを目指して行こう。
That was cute. Orlok smiled and extended his hand out to me quite naturally. But for some reason, he stopped. What is it? Orlok didn't say anything and instead turned his face away. I looked carefully and discovered that Orlok's cheeks and ears were bright red. Seeing this, I asked, "Are you blushing?" True, I still liked my hair too more. I didn't expect him to blush like that, so I asked him directly to see his response.
そうかも
Aww,
しれない。
look at the little blush on his cheeks. That's cute. Orlok mumbled hesitantly in response to my question.
今までこういう気持ちになったこ
Wait,
と
what?
ないからよ
Oh,
くわからないけど。
that's a new favorite screenshot. I've never blushed before, so I'm not sure if this is it. Right? It's so cute.
逆に不思議。どうして今まで普通に触れることができてたんだろう。
Okay, the game is rewarding us for all the angst and drama.
ちょっと困る。あなたは女の子だから。
Our boy's growing up, guys. Is that so? Well, that was unexpected. Now I feel like I'm going to blush.
どうすればいいの
What should I
か
do?
な。
Orlok, please, my heart. Huh? Well, Orlok was still blushing as he looked at me with those pure eyes.
あなたも顔が赤い。
Could say that your faces match. Maybe you should like bring them together a little bit. Have a little smooch. No, it's not. Of all the times to blush, always hug. I agree. Even though I denied that I was blushing, I could feel my cheeks growing hotter by the second. They're both too cute.
あなたは平気？じゃあ俺にも教えて。こんな時
He's like,
どうすれば
I
いいか。
don't understand this feeling called embarrassment. Can you please tell me what to do about it? Well, it's something you need to figure out for yourself, or else you won't learn why you're blushing. Look how pretty he is. We're just looking at each other. ...
じゃあ とりあえず
Toriaizu. After a brief pause, he extended his hand to me again. Oh, now he's smiling as well? This is too much, game. I want that angst back. Hugs and snuggles are better than sex. It's so cute. It was a bit embarrassing, but I reached out and took a hold of his hand. Feeling the warmth of his hand made me breathe a sigh of relief. These guys. Wait, no, I was lying. I don't actually want the angst back. Back in town, I didn't see any Mafia members around. Please, game. I want happy, feel-good, happy ending, please. But to be safe, we decided to head through the alleys toward the church. The church was just ahead of us when we noticed something odd. We heard noises. Screaming? No, come on, guys. I was lying. I don't want angst. I don't want drama. We've had enough of that. Please, just let them live happily ever after now. We hid ourselves behind the corner and took a peek around to the church. Wait, what? Why are they mad at the church, huh? We saw the Lao Shu storming into the church grounds with weapons in hand. Oh, guys, come on. We're at the Falzone now, huh?
待って。俺たちをおびき出すための罠かもしれない。
Who would be orchestrating that? Didn't Lee die as well? I was about to leap out from a hiding spot, but Orlok held my shoulder down. But I can't just let them do this. Orlok's like, it's fine. I'll go stabby stabby mode again for you. Orlok looked at me for a moment, then looked at the church.
音の感じから中にいるのは30人前後だと思う。
Yeah, I think Orlok could win a 1v30.
それくらいの人数なら
Yeah.
俺一人で動
It's
け
like
なくでき
1v30,
る
no problem.
と思う。
Thought crossed my mind hearing his words. Orlok doesn't want to harm anyone. I grasped the hem of his coat tightly to stop him from going. I think he knew why I was holding his coat. He smiled and shook his head.
話して分かってくれる奴らじゃない。
True. Orlok gently placed his hand over mine.
教会はあなたにとって大事な場所。守るためには
See, now he's fighting for a good reason. I really think it was that choice early on, where I told him not to kill anymore versus telling him to run away instead. Like, I think I was meant to just be like, hey, there are other options to killing, rather than be like, promise me you'll never kill again. I stopped myself from saying sorry. Orlok's kind words brought pain to my heart, knowing how helpless I was. Is there anything I can do?
それなら
Aw.
俺のそばにいて近くにいてくれた方が守りやすいから。
Okay. We entered boldly from the main entrance. Oh, hell yeah, just storming in the front door. We looked around inside to see only the Lao Shu littering the halls. I breathed a sigh of relief, seeing that no one from the church or town were here. Oh yeah, they would be mad. Hey, I forgot about them.
ヤンの敵絶対に許さない
The twins I met were here with the other soldiers, all ready to pounce. Man, I would feel angry if I were them. Like, they had breakfast together and then they turn around and stab Yan, like...
悪いけど殺されるつもりはない。
Ooh, that was cool. His words pulled the trigger. The Lao Shu all ran toward Orlok, weapons in hand. Again, I want to see this animated so bad. Stab, stab. Stab, squelch, stab, squelch. Orlok gracefully dodged their attacks and targeted their arms and legs. He still died from infection, just FYI. It's pretty much impossible to hurt someone in a way that's like 100% non-lethal. Orlok parried his knife away and stabbed the man's thigh with his dagger. But Orlok is just that good. Orlok... Ow, I hurt my toe. Orlok kicked him and knocked him unconscious. Oh, that's the first time I've seen Faye with his weapon drawn, actually.
ずるいよベイ私も一緒ね
They were serious about killing Orlok. Lan swung her long weapon down over him. Faye crouched closer, then slashed upward toward Orlok. Orlok's got his brooding face on. Orlok simply stood there to take the blows. Huh? Oh, parry, I assume. Not just, like, take a stabby stab wound. He kicked Faye's sword on its side, then closed in on Lan. Orlok could stab her with a fatal blow, but instead he elbowed her in the stomach. Ouchies. Lan was struck back and rolled onto the ground. Faye swung his sword at Orlok from behind, but without a single look, Orlok dodged the swipe and kicked Faye's chin. Ouch! Faye's body flew in an arc through the air and landed on the ground with a thud. But the fighting wasn't over yet. Even without the twins, the other men continued their attacks on Orlok.
Orlok!
Some continued to crawl after Orlok even after he broke their legs. Ow!
しつこい。
Leaving them could cause complications later. Orlok begrudgingly continued his attack on the soldiers until they were knocked out. The Laoshi were risking their lives to avenge Yan's death. Was Yan that respected? It was quite hard to imagine. The place for prayer was boiling over with violence and hatred. Orlok avoided his attack easily, but he wasn't striking back right away. Knowing how Orlok fights, he could have struck him while dodging his attack. Orlok was breathing so heavily that his shoulders were moving. He's getting tired? I thought he said he could do a 1v30 easy. Yan wounded Orlok badly enough to affect his fighting here. Oh, that's right, he's still hurt from that fight. And yet, he was still fending them all off.
これで最後。
Finally, the Laoshi were all on the ground. Orlok's heavy panting echoed through the hall. I head to Orlok to celebrate his victory when...
Yo! Orlok!
Gil?
お疲れのところ悪いが、
Bro!
俺とも遊んでくれねえか。
The setting sun shone upon a silhouette. Ooh, that was a lot of S's. The setting sun shone upon a silhouette standing at the entrance. Gilbert Redford had appeared. Wait, scene end? What? Oh no, meanwhile story? Oh no, it's just switching to chapter 8, okay. Wait, just checking that this is the best ending chapter name. Yes. Cool. And then I'm just gonna save. As Orlok crushed the remaining Laoshu, Gilbert Redford and his men appeared. The Visconti family had arrived.
うまく陽動に引っかかってくれて助かったぜ。俺たちはな、お前らが姿を現すのを待ってたんだ。
ラオ州の残党を利用したのか。
人聞きの悪いこと言うなよ。俺は連中に復讐の機会を与えてやった
Wait,
だけさ。
Gil really sent the Laoshu after the church? Oh, that explains why it's empty. I was about to say, Gil's actually pretty pious if I remember correctly.
ラオ州が俺を狙うのはわかる。俺がヤンを殺したから。
まあ、狩猟を殺されたら報復に出るのは当然。そこに俺たちが協力を申し出た。俺たちビスコンティはラオ州とオルドックの戦いを邪魔しねえって約束でな。
Well, that's kind of you, I guess.
ラオ州はうまくいけば復讐が果たせるし、ま、俺たちはお前らが消えればそれでいい。
Gilbert looked over the Laoshi bodies strewn across the church floor.
そいつらは俺が提示した条件で満足してこの作戦に乗ってきたってわけだ。教会を占拠したことが聖女様とやらの耳に入れば、いずれ姿を現すと思ってたが、こうも早々と来てくれるとはな。
Wait, what does he want with Lily? Didn't he say in the conversation with Dante that he just would sell her, like he had no use for her? He looked at me with cold eyes. I asked him a question. Signor Redford,
どうした、シニョリーナ。
why is the Visconti after us?
何も知らねえまま死ぬのも不憫か。
Well, I guess I could let you in on it.
教えといてやろう。
So generous of you. He replied to my question but kept his eyes on Orlok the whole time.
お前らがアルカでファルツォーネと騒ぎを起こした日
That wasn't even our fault.
俺は大事な取引があって
See what
な
I mean? This reason is so petty.
お前らのせいで取引は白紙
Oh my
ビスコンティの
God.
メンツは丸つぶれだ
Unforgivable, apparently, worthy of the death sentence. But how would we have known you had a deal?
シニョリーナ知らなかったじゃ済まねえことが世の中にはあるんだ
Actually, though, he looked really good while he said that. His sharp glare made my breath catch in my throat. He then continued to speak, this time at me and not Orlok.
ファルツォーネからはそれなりの対価と詫びをもらったがあんたらは俺の顔に泥を塗って
We have
それっきり
nothing.
だ
Like, what does he want from them?
それになシニョリーナラオ州はあんたを使って住民を扇動した俺からすればあんたも町を騒がせた一員だ
So he's just gonna believe what Yan told him?
それはラオ州が勝手にやったことだ
Word ban? Oh no, not that word. Gilbert nodded but continued with a frown on his face.
ま、ヤンのことだしな利用されたって面も確かにあるんだろうが
See, now he says it.
本当にその女には責任がないか
Yeah? Responsibility?
新宅の娘だなんだって祭り上げられていい気になって
He
たんじゃ
has
ねえ
the
のか
wrong idea of MC. That evil face. I never thought. Oh, damn. Sorry. Lily never thought that at all.
ならどうして否定しなかった
Why didn't you? She did deny. What is he talking about? His voice was now serious with anger.
彼女は教会の人たちを人質に取られていたようなものだから否定できなかった
Thank you, Orlok, for coming to our rescue.
それじゃあ教会を守るためなら
Huh?
町の連中は犠牲になっても
What is his
構わねえってことか
That's not it. I wanted to protect. Lily wanted to protect everyone. The church, the town, everyone. No one listened to me when Lily said that Lily wasn't a saint. That's such a hard word to ban. They kept listening to what the Lao Shu said. Which is why we went into hiding, so that the Lao Shu couldn't use us anymore.
同情はするヤン相手に策で勝負するなんて
Right? So then cut us some
花から
slack.
無理があったんだラオ州はあんたを信仰する連中から金を集めてた特に年寄りは
Yeah, and when we noticed
相
that,
当の額を積ん
we
だらし
tried
い
to stop it. Come on, Gil, you're better than this. Lily was so focused on trying to escape that Lily didn't notice what was happening to the others. We didn't know they were doing that.
彼女も自分の身と教会を守るのに精一杯だったから
Right, and Gil just said that that was above our pay grade. Like,
立場による理由は誰にだってあるさ否定はしねえ大切なのは何を選んだかだ
he glared sharply at me from the corner of his eye. His one eye, because he has an eye patch.
自分とその周りの保身を選んだ
It makes things so much funnier if everyone talks in third person. You chose to protect yourself and your own. That's something that benefits you. What? And now you're choosing to try and kill someone because they interrupted your business deal. Like,
俺には俺の都合があるだからあんたらには責任を取らせる
bro. I feel like this is a bit contrived.
俺たちが狙われる理由は
Oh,
分
wait,
かった
sorry. Una thinks this is a bit contrived.
教会は巻き込まないでほしい
That is such a hard word to ban.
ああ、あるかは。教会は不可侵だからな。シスターにまで責任を求めるつもりはねえよ。今回もわざわざ人払いしてやったしな。
Whoa, it's so windy outside. Orlok readied his dagger. Here we go again. The Visconti pointed their guns. Huh? Wait, is he gonna try and run? Before Lily knew it, Orlok quickly grabbed Lily and threw Lily over his shoulders. I'm just gonna... Wait. Una was just about to say, Una will play it safe. But then Una messed it up again. Wait, 3 minutes! It's done. The ban is over. I can say I again. He avoided the gunfire before it started and dove behind a pew.
ここに隠れてて。
Orlok spoke sharply, then ran back out into the fray. The Visconti were after me too, no doubt. I felt death creeping closer.
ビスコンティ、俺が相手だ。
Well, he's sounding more confident now as well. Unable to do anything else, the best I could manage was pray for Orlok to be safe. I mean, you're doing it in a church, that feels like it's super effective at this point. He was diverting everyone's attention so that no one would come after me. He was at a disadvantage in terms of numbers. Even so, Orlok maneuvered and struck in a way that wouldn't fatally wound them. Man, he must be exhausted. Orlok's really doing the most at the moment. Why are they so mad? I get Dante being mad, but like, I feel like we've just had to face the Laoshu. Now we're gonna have to face the Visconti, but at some point we gotta deal with Dante as well. Like, Orlok needs a break. He deserves a holiday after this. Another soldier fired his gun, seeing Orlok unable to move. Wait, did he deflect a bullet with his knife? Is that what just happened? I love how for most of it you decided just not to talk because that's the other way of talking past the fan. I mean, yeah, there are a few times where I like thought something in my head and then I was like, I don't know how to say that without saying I. The soldier froze, seeing Orlok parry the bullet with his dagger.
俺は死ねない。
Orlok kicked the man on the ground and freed himself. Like, it's a bit easier when you're reading lines out because you're kind of thinking about what you're saying, but when you're just saying stuff, like you're just chatting with chat, it's like the words just kind of fall out of your mouth, and I knew that I was just going to say the banned word over and over again. He weaved around the Visconti, stabbing each of them in turn, but none of it was enough to stop them. The Visconti continued charging at him relentlessly. It's as though they don't care if they die. Sweat began to roll down Orlok's forehead. I could tell things weren't going well.
話に聞いていたよりぬるいな。殺す気がない
Yeah, a
の
lot
か
has happened while you've been off forming your own opinions of us. Gilbert Redford spoke coldly as he watched Orlok tire himself out.
俺たちはそのつもりで殺されるつもりでお前に会いに来たんだがな。
Is this really worth dying over?
どういうことだ。
まともにやり合ってもお前には勝てね
Then what is your plan?
え。だがどれほど優れた技術と人並み外れた運動神経、体力を備えていたとしても人間は疲弊する。そうなれば動きが鈍り、お前は死
Like
に
he
近
brought those
づい
men
て
there to be like cannon fodder basically, to just like wear him out a little bit until someone can finally take him out. Orlok is embracing the good boy energy. He is. He's doing his best.
そいつらはおとりだ。お前の体力を削ぎ落とし、数的優位によって勝利をつかむ。それが俺たちビスコンティの戦い方だ。
This man is silly. He gave a malicious laugh. Visconti C says roar. With a roar, more men began charging toward Orlok. Orlok swung his dagger and kicked the men away from him one by one, but soon. One of them finally grabbed hold of Orlok and kept him from moving. Okay, but this is best ending, so Orlok can't die, right? The bullet grazed Orlok's cheek. No! The gunshot was fired without any concern for the soldier holding him. Here I was thinking Gil was one of the good mafia guys. Apparently I was incorrect. Orlok punched the man and freed himself, panting heavily with his shoulders.
ここまでするのか。
I saw that Orlok was growing nervous at the sight of the Visconti fighting tenaciously. Can't we run again? They don't care about losing their lives as long as their family wins. Is using cannon fodder really how they fight? That's what it sounds like. All in the name of the family. They resolved to kill Orlok for marring their name. As with the Lao Shu, another side of the mafia was revealed. The Visconti's unwavering devotion to the family instilled inside me a strangely familiar fear. Yet of the Lao Shu, neither side was giving up. The smell of blood grew thicker by the second. Did he stab? Orlok's dagger swung slower with each blow he took. I think we should run at this point. This isn't looking good for us. Orlok grabbed the arm and shoulder of the soldier trying to stand up. Ew, a dull crack could be heard. The soldier held his shoulder and fell to the ground. Orlok was covered in sweat and blood. He mobilized most of the soldiers. But the wear and tear accumulating on his body was apparent. Even then, Orlok's eyes glimmered with life and a resolve to endure. The Visconti took a step back, seeing the intensity of Orlok's bloody form. How is he still going? Wanna bet Dante shows up after this? That doesn't make sense for a survival strategy, right? Like, if your goal is the prosperity of the family, then, like, you don't want everyone to just die. The fight continued, but after a few moments, all the soldiers had fallen to the ground. Maybe that's something that happens in Gil's route, where Lily tries to talk some sense into him. Orlok was panting heavily, somehow still standing, somehow still conscious.
よくやった。あとは俺に任せて休め。
Gilbert Redford let his men know to stand down as he looked at Orlok. Orlok glared at him and Gilbert gave a generous smile.
お前を仕留められるのは俺くらいだって。うちの連中は最初からみんな分かってる。
We should do Gilbert next.
だから、
We can do
こ
Gilbert
いつ
next.
らは俺のために戦った。
I was planning on playing Jan's route next because I think the route order that I looked up said to save Gil for second last before the secret route unlocks. But I mean, we don't have to follow that order.
部下を盾にして俺の体力を消耗させたってこと。
Yeah, that feels like a not morally good thing to do, you know?
卑怯だと思うか？たとえ誰に非難されようと、
Look at his earrings.
目的のためには手段
Sorry,
を
that's not
選
the
ば
point
ない。
right now. He spoke boldly. Wait, why is spoke with a capital S? As if it were common sense.
ファミリーのために働く。それがマフィアだ。
It is cool that we're learning more about some of the other characters' motivations as well, because then that does kind of hype you up for playing their route. Although Nicola was in it for like a whole 2 minutes. Orlok steadied his breathing. He then looked straight at Gilbert.
ビスコンティに迷惑をかけてたことは謝罪する。けど俺はここで死ぬわけにはいかない。
Couldn't we have
た
negotiated?
とえ不利でも
I feel like at some point
諦めるわけには
Gil could have been
い
like,
かない。
let's talk about reparations, you know? But instead he was just like, nah, we need to jump straight to murder. Orlok positioned his dagger again and spoke in a powerful voice.
あなたが彼女を俺の大切な人を傷つけるつもりなら俺はたとえどんなことをしてでもあなたたちを倒さなくちゃいけない。
His voice actor is so good. Toshiyuki Toyonaga is absolutely killing it.
譲れないのはこちらも同じだ。
Like, the way he's like breathing heavily while he's like saying his lines is like making me feel tired. Like,
互いに
You can
譲れ
feel
ね
the
えなら
exhaustion in
ぶ
his
つかる
voice.
しかねえな。わかりやすいのは歓迎だ。悪くない。
Why are boys like this? Have you tried having a talk? He gave an eerie smile and pointed his gun at Orlok. I just don't know. Want to date a serial killer after this puppy who's a murderer. True. Orlok dodged the bullets and tried to close in like he usually did. What is this music? I feel like this is a new one. But this time he was tired and didn't have the stamina to continue fighting. Soon a bullet grazed his arm. Too tired to dodge bullets. Unable to help, only being able to pray, was making me hate my very existence. That's a bit dramatic.
玉切れか。
Oh, reload time. Get him on the reload. He looked at his gun in his right hand. See, that's the problem with a gun versus a knife. See? Orlok's the real genius here. Orlok kicked the ground and prepared to strike.
逃げるつもりはねえよ
Oh, except we forgot literally the frame before he had 2 guns, and then he was like, man, my 1 gun is out of bullets. He read Orlok's move. He quickly traded the guns in his hands and moved in. Blades chip, that's true. They don't have infinite stibby stab power. They crossed each other. Orlok! I screamed, expecting the worst.
もらった
Ciao. A gunshot resounded along the halls.
No.
Surely, Orlok can't die in his best ending. He looked down at his bloody shirt without letting go of his guns. Gilbert Redford slowly staggered, then crumpled to his knees. Wait, we're also killing Gil? Are we killing every other love interest in this route?
悪いな、ギルバート。
Oh, was that Dante? Wait, Dante shot him? Oh my god, plot twist. I said Dante was going to show up at some point. Slowly but surely. Dante was like, nah, he's mine. Die? What? I heard footsteps approaching.
あの男を殺すのは俺だ。
So he shot Gil over it? Yo, Dante's not okay. Dante appeared in front of us. This isn't the Dante I remember falling in love with.
ファルツォーネてめえよくもギルを
Oh my god, this is
裏
ridiculous.
切りやがったな。許さねえ。
Dante glanced at the enraged Visconti. He then calmly gave advice to the men.
その傷ならまだ助かるかもしれないな。今すぐ病院に連れて行けば。だが。
It also meant that if they bothered with Dante now, they would let Gilbert die.
今回
Dang.
の詫びはギルバートの望む形で果たす。この俺の誇りにかけて。
Wait, repay him however he wants? What if he says I want you dead? Like, what?
だから今は余計な横
Oh,
や
I
りを入
suppose
れる。
Dante doesn't really care at this point, right? He just wants revenge.
オルロックは俺が殺す。ビスコンティもこの男の死を望んでいるはずだが。
それは。
How long was Dante standing there? Dante's words made the men murmur amongst themselves, but soon...
ギルが先だ。
I said it, I called it. Orlok's gonna have to fight Dante now after all of that.
急げ今すぐ医者に連絡しろくそ触るんじゃねえここで引くわけにはギル今は無理だあんたには生きててもらわねえと
You can do whatever you want later. They denied their boss's orders and carried him by his shoulders out the church. The clamour moved away, and soon the area was filled with silence. Oh man.
ギルバート助けた
何の話だ
You tackle Gilbert.
俺は次でギルバートを殺すつもりだった殺すしかないと思ってた他の奴らと違って殺さずに勝てる相手じゃなかったからだから俺はあえてギルバートの誘いに乗って仕留めるつもりだった
Wait, so Dante didn't... So Dante... Wait, did Dante notice this? It scared me seeing Orlok push to his limits, but that was just part of his plan. Gilbert Redford would probably never leave in the middle of battle. The only way he would retreat was if his life were in danger. So Dante...
解釈は好きにしろ。
Do we think he did do that on purpose? Dante nonchalantly replied as he glared coldly at Orlok. Why are we still at this church? Why haven't we left?
お前はファルツォーネの血にまつわる因縁そのものだ。
I mean, yeah, that's kind of true.
俺がこの手で決着をつけなければならない。でなければ死んでいった者
I
が
don't want
浮
to
かば
kill
れない。
Dante as well. But, yeah. The scene is taking place in the church, therefore we must be there. Orlok twitched a bit, hearing the word deceased.
お前は俺の父を殺した。
Did anyone else just get Princess Bride vibes? My name is Dante Falzone. You killed my father, prepared to die.
そしてニコラも
Dante's eyes were filled with hatred.
それだけでは飽き足らずファルツォーネにとって重要な意味を持つ存在をその娘を連れ回し危険にさらした。
Mate, you also put me in danger. That's not true. Orlok has been protecting me all this time. Dante looked at me for a moment, hearing my plea.
お前を守っていたのはファルツォーネだ。
Well, not very well. I got abducted.
オルロックはロズベルグの還元に乗り、安全な場所からお前を盗み出した。それは許されることじゃない。
Wait, your argument is that you were already protecting me, so I didn't need Orlok to protect me, but then you just admitted that you didn't protect me from Orlok. Or the bishop.
ダンテの言う通りだ。
No, he's not. Orlok closed his eyes in pain.
俺の行いは
Yeah, but you didn't mean
間違
to.
ってた。
I was typing out when you said it. You killed my father, prepare to die. My heart gripped with pain, hearing Orlok's repentance.
ファルツォーネファミリーのカポとして、
My god, all this honor stuff is irritating.
俺はお前を殺す。
These boys need to sit down, have a cup of tea,
絶対に。
and talk out their problems and listen to each other. Dante's eyes showed his conviction. The only resolution was death. Only one would survive. Or we could go with what we said in the beginning and run away instead. Snaps his fingers. What? Dante suddenly snapped his fingers. A number of the Falzone family's men walked into the church. They were dragging with them...
話せ。
Wait, is this the bishop? No way.
警官、どうしてこ
The
こに
drama just keeps intensifying. It's like plot twist. Oh, well, how about a plot twist on top of the plot twist? Okay, to be fair, he did kill his dad in front of him, so that's like a legitimate reason to want him dead. Yeah, that's true. That is also true. That's a good point. Orlok sounded confused.
お前たちが教会で遊んでいる間に
But Orlok didn't
こ
know
ちら
what
で
he was
捕らえさせ
doing.
てもらった。
私を解放しろ。このような真似をして教国に許されると思っているのか。
黙れ。
Dante coldly ordered Bishop Roseberg to hold his tongue. Whoa.
お前はラオ州と通じ、あの女を奪おうとした。すべてはこの地の利権を手に入れるため。ギルバートが調べてくれた。お前の動きは教国の
Oh,
総
he's
意
been
じゃない。
exposed.
そうだな、ロズベルグ。
Yeah, B, I am the church, exactly. Orlok tried to say something, but words wouldn't come out of his mouth.
お前の野望もここまでだ。俺たちの領域に土足で踏み込んだ以上、それなりの責任を取ってもらおう。オルロックがお前の子飼いだと言うなら、当然
He's
俺
the
の
one who
父の
ordered
殺
it.
害にはお前が絡んでいる。
He's the one responsible, not Orlok.
つまり、お前
Orlok
は
was a
数
literal
年前
child.
からずっとファルツォーネを潰すために動いていた。組織にあだなす者をここで見逃してやるほど俺は優しくない。
Wait, what's he gonna do? Kill the bishop as well?
お
Like
前の
what?
存在は教国も持て余しているはずだ。聖職者は高潔でなければならないからな。教国の手間を省いてやろう。
Wait, why is Dante pulling this like evil face right now?
俺は
Orlok stuttered hesitantly, and in turn, Bishop Roseberg raised his voice in anger.
何を言う。薄汚い犯罪者どもが。マフィアだと気取った言い方をしようが事実は変わらん。
This is so dramatic.
ファルツォーネは犯罪者の集団に過ぎんと誰もが理解している。
Bishop Roseberg unleashed his emotions.
そんな連中にこの町を任せられるものか。
Are we really going to try and argue that he had honorable intentions now?
生物が眠るブルローネの管理者としてお前たちはふさわしくない。
Dante stared at him coldly, but let him speak.
先代のカポシルビオ・ファルツォーネ
Hooligan.
はろくな男ではなかった。死んで当然の男だ。我々の行いは正しい。
そうか。よく言った。そこまで言うのなら覚悟はできているんだろう。
Wait, is Dante actually going to kill him right now? He's just grasping for straws at this point? Yeah. Dante's nonchalant voice was followed with a gun pointed at Bishop Roseberg's face? But if you have proof that he's been doing dodgy things, can't you go through the courts or something, maybe? Do you really have to just shoot him in the head in a church? Bishop Roseberg's face paled. The trigger was pulled slowly. Wait, is Orlok going to do anything? Orlok swallowed his breath. His fists were clenched, but he wasn't moving.
安心しろ。お前の殺した人間が向こうで迎えてくれるだろ
Not gonna lie, that's a pretty badass thing to say to someone right before you kill them. Dante pulled the trigger without remorse? Dante, a good Christian boy. And he just shot Bishop in the face in church. Bishop Roseberg's body couldn't hold its weight up and crumpled to the floor. Orlok bit his lips and looked at the body that was once Bishop Roseberg. Is the mob boss arresting the head of church? Surely everyone will believe him. Okay, look, fair, but still, this is intense. But now Orlok's had like the sort of mirror of Dante's experience of seeing his dad dead and the guy who murdered him standing there covered in blood. Like, I know Bishop Roseberg wasn't a good dad, but still, it's like a similar situation. He looked at me with dull eyes.
大丈夫。ゲイカは最後まで人を殺すことを肯定してたから。
Orlok is having a very, very bad day.
俺はそれを良しとすることはできない。俺とゲイカが信じる道はもう分かたれた。悲しいけど理解はしてるから。だから俺はダンテを止めなかった。
Orlok mumbled without strength as he began to grieve. He's having a real bad time and now he's got to fight Dante as well. Orlok has been having a very bad life. He has. Orlok. We need this happy ending better be worth it. Dante stepped... Wait, what? Dante stepped on Bishop Roseberg's bloodied body? Dante isn't acting like himself.
こんなクズが一人死んだところでニコラも父も戻らない。
Dante slowly turned to Orlok. His eyes were burning with hatred. Wait, please. Orlok was just being used by Bishop Roseberg.
たとえそうだとしても実際に手を下したのはその男だ。
ダンテの言う通りだ。
Orlok's calm voice didn't fit the current situation he was in.
俺は人を殺した。命じられたことでもその罪は間違いなく。
Dante didn't change his expression as he extended his arm toward me.
リリアーナを傷つけるつもりはない。こちらへよこせ。
No, I don't want to go with you.
そしてお前は死ね。
His heartless words brought a shiver down my spine.
俺がお前たちを見逃すことはない。
Dante, you're literally a mob boss. No way, you haven't also killed people, right? Dante's eyes were now colored with madness. If I go, he's going to kill Orlok. I stood between them to cover Orlok. Hell yeah, that's what I was just thinking I wanted her to do.
リリ。
I could hear Orlok speak my name in a quiet voice. Signor Falzone, I won't go with you.
その男と死ぬか。いいだろう。
Wait, is he actually going to shoot the Key Maiden even though his sacred mission is to protect her? Is he that far gone? I clenched my hands tightly, expecting death to fall upon me. Instead, what I heard took me by surprise.
お前たちに別れの時間を与えてやる。
Wait,
明日
what?
の夜、町外れの丘にある廃墟に来い。
They're gonna have a gentleman's duel.
来なくてもいい。俺はどこまででも追う。
Well then. That's certainly an ultimatum. And with that, Dante called his men together and, without another word, left the church. Well then, at least he gets a rest. The church was shrouded in silence. Is anyone going to deal with the bodies, or...? The tension inside me eased, making my legs wobble. Did Orlok catch us?
危ない。転ばなくてよかった。
Aww. Orlok quickly cradled me in his arms to keep me steady.
ごめん。血が。
It's okay. I'm happy you're still with me. I felt Orlok about to release his hold, so I grabbed his hand to keep him close.
少し休もう。今日はいろんなことがあったから。
Well, that's better than being executed. Yep. Although, I don't know if we've avoided being executed or just postponed it. Yes, it was, and I need to patch you up. The Lao Shu and the Visconti were still unconscious on the ground. Still holding hands, we slowly made our way out of the church. Orlok looks back and gazed at the now silent Bishop Roseberg. Man, the people in the church are just going to go there and find a dead bishop on the ground. Like, it was Orlok's final farewell to him. Everyone's having a bit of a rough time. Maybe all those anti-mafia people are right. Maybe all of this violence and crime is actually a bad thing. Dante's deadline was tomorrow night. We returned to the hideout in Crater to rest ourselves. Orlok practically eliminated the Lao Shu family back at the battle at church. The Visconti would likely prioritize getting their boss back to full health. As boss, Dante would probably not go against his word. Tonight was a night where we could rest without worry of being hunted. More people around who they'll blame? Yeah, actually true. Yeah, true, they'll blame the Lao Shu for killing the bishop. That's a good point, actually, I hadn't thought of that. Which is why we decided to return back to the hideout. The place where it all began, where we snuggled in front of the fireplace. And we ate tasty food. I breathed a deep sigh after patching up Orlok's wounds. Being here brought back memories from when we were living together. Orlok constantly worried about me, even when he was the one going out into danger. I also treated his wounds when he was shot. It all feels like so long ago.
ねえ、リリー。
What is it?
さっきのダンテの話。見逃す気はないって言ってたけど、あなたに危害を加える気がないのは本当のことだと思う。
He is not about to be like, look, I understand if you want to go with him and save yourself. Surely not, after all the things we've been through together.
ファルツォーネにとって特別な存在だから。
Wait a minute. Don't you tell me to go to the Falzone. Good, Lily's calling him out.
聞いて。
Orlok interrupted, perhaps knowing how I was going to react.
俺はたくさんの罪を
I'm
背
not
負
gonna
って
let you die, bro.
今までたくさん人を殺した。それが正しいことだと信じて。
Yeah, and now's your chance to redeem yourself.
それ以外の生き方を知らなかったから。けど、それは言い訳だ。
He held his chest in agony.
本当は、神はこんなことを望んでいるのかって疑問に思ったこともあったんだ。でも、そう思うのはきっと、俺の弱さや至らなさが原因だって。俺の信仰心が足りないからそう思うんだって。俺は自分の頭で考えなかった。それが俺の罪だ。
I don't know, I don't feel like he can blame himself for this. He was literally a kid.
その代償を払うのは今なんだと思う。
Orlok. Orlok was facing his sins now. He understood Dante's anger was justified and that he needed to pay for what he'd done. Yeah, but that's how you repent, is that you don't have to do it through death. Orlok opened his mouth to say something, but he closed it again tightly. After a moment of pause, he made the decision to speak.
それでも
Good!
俺は死にたくない。
Good.
ダンテの悲しみを思えばきっと俺は死ぬべきで。
Exactly.
それ
That's
で
what
も
I'm
足りない
saying.
くらいなんだって分かってる。
Orlok looked at me anxiously like a lost child. Then, Orlok touched my hand hesitantly. CG? Cute. Oh, he's so earnest.
浅ましい願いなのは分かってる。俺の罪の重さも。だけど、生きたい。リリーと一緒に。
Oh.
そのために、また罪を背負うことになっても、ダンテを殺すことになっても。
Orlok looked at my eyes intently and continued.
それでも、もしリリーが俺のそばにいてくれるのなら。
His words sounded like a prayer. Ooh. I mean, I'm not gonna say I need more time. What does this mean? I'll be with you forever. Hell yeah. I'm not even saving. Easy choice. I'll be with you no matter what happens.
リリー、
Well, you don't have to, but Jesus kind of did die for sins, so you can't say it's not. Oh, yeah, no, that's true. Good point. I keep forgetting the Christian themes. Orlok looked surprised hearing my words. His eyes were quivering in anxiety. But Orlok isn't Jesus, though. But I guess they could make him like an allegory for Jesus. But I hope he doesn't die in his best ending. Aw, I love you, Orlok. Yes, you may have taken many people's lives. Even so, I still love you. Perhaps my feelings are sinful as well. Ooh. I recalled Dante's eyes that were filled with hatred toward Orlok. The people you killed and those related to them will probably hate me too. But I still love you, and my feelings won't change, no matter what. I boldly confessed to him my feelings. I could feel his hand pulsing. Well, if he's an allegory for Jesus and he would come back, that's true. Orlok whispered to me, his voice shaking as if he were about to cry.
リリー、ありがとう。
Oh.
俺はあなたを守りたい。
I knew how he felt from his expression, his voice, and his eyes.
もし俺のせいであなたが憎まれるなら、俺は戦う。そのためにどれだけ罪深い道を歩くことになっても悔いはない。何も恐れない。俺は咎人だ。罪を償わなくちゃいけない。それあなたがいなくちゃダメなんだ。
Sorry for all the screenshots, but again, this is one of my favorite tropes. Orlok pleaded to me quietly, then came closer to me. I shyly looked at him in acceptance. Cute! Tears rolled out of Orlok's beautiful eyes. They were tears of the happiness we both shared. And yet my heart was filled with pain. His soft and kind lips touched mine. It felt like a pact had been made. I want to live with Orlok. I wanted to live with him in peace. That was our one and only wish. Cute. And that wish was filled with greed and sin. Yeah, but you guys have earned it. You've been through so much. The next day, as Dante said, we visited the ruins where we were supposed to meet him.
来たか。
Dante was there
こ
alone.
こはこの町に隠された生異物の眠る場所だ。俺とお前が決着をつけるにはふさわしいだろう。それで殺される覚悟はできたか。
Dante looked sharply at Orlok. Orlok was standing next to me, and he took a step forward.
ダンテが俺を狙うのは父親を殺したのが俺だって気づいたからだと思ってた。
Dante's brow twitched a bit, the frown on his face unmoving.
けど俺はそれに気づかないふりをした。どう反応すればいいかわからなくて、俺が殺したことを認めるわけにはいかなかったから。だけどそれは間違ってた。
Aren't jewels normally held at sunrise, not sunset? Orlok's eyes showed regret as he looked straight at Dante.
俺はあなたの家族の命を奪った。取り返しのつかないことをした。本当にすまない。
He's apologizing? I mean, like, good. It's probably good to apologize, but still.
言葉の謝罪など望んでいない。
To complete the ritual? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's more about, like, the two of them getting together. Like, it was sort of it was a sort of spiritual thing as well. But yeah, I can see why Dante's not taking the apology very well.
分かってる。俺の命を差し出してもあなたの痛みは癒えないってことも。それでも俺を憎むその気持ちも今なら想像できる。
Orlok's face twisted in sorrow as he spoke to Dante. Yeah, there's no good way out of this situation.
今の俺にはとても大切な人がいる。
Aww.
その人を守りたい。自分のすべてを捧げて。
My phone's being so noisy this morning, shush.
何よりそばにいたい。触れていたいし 触れてほしい。
Aww.
だから
So now all we have to do, kill one more
そのために。
person. Just kill Dante, then we can run off and live together and be happily ever after. Give him a concussion to make him more friendly.
彼女のそばで生きるために俺は
Look at him, he's grown
どうし
up.
ても
He has his own
ダンテに
values and
殺される
priorities
わけに
now.
は
He's not just absorbing them
い
from
か
other
ない。
people.
リリーと一緒に生きるために。
Dante responded to Orlok's words with an indiscernible expression.
陛下の命令だけに従って生きてきた俺が初めて持った自分だけの願いだから。
Hell yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. He's finally grown up. He's got his own life, his own values, his own goals.
どうしても
And now he's
これだけは。
willing to fight for those.
だから俺は今夜ここでそして彼女と共に
This is a
生き延びる。
weirdly romantic duel. Orlok brandished his dagger and looked at Dante with resolve in his eyes. Dante's eyes had been filled with a murderous rage, but they seemed to have softened a bit.
俺はマフィアだ。人の恨みを買うことも少なくない。誰かを手にかけたこともある。
See, this is what you said, Space Person. He's admitting it.
お前が俺と同じ覚悟を持ち、己と己が背負う者のために手を汚す覚悟を決めたのなら、受けて立つ。もっとも、俺は
I
殺さ
think
れ
he's
るつ
gonna
も
have
り
to
はな
kill
い。
Dante, unfortunately. I don't think faking his death will work. Dante and Orlok's conviction. They were going to fight for what they believed. They were willing to tread the same path and commit any sin. Please come back alive. Alright. Hopefully, this is the last battle. The battle began with a gunshot. Orlok jumped to the side and dodged the bullet, quickly closing the distance to Dante. Dante used the butt of his gun to parry Orlok's attempted stab at his throat. They each drew back from each other. Yeah, it was a mistake for Dante to give Orlok a chance to, like, breathe and take a break. Dante's shots were exact and ruthless, each forcing Orlok to run. But the bullets weren't fast enough to impede Orlok's acceleration. How is he faster than a bullet? Orlok's just moving at the speed of light. Orlok saw an opening and dove in to attack. But his dagger only broke the skin.
この程度で、俺を殺せると思うか?
He yells with no concern for the blood seeping out. The battle continued without an end in sight. Please. Orlok is going to break his gun, then let him go. That's what you think's gonna happen? We'll see. I don't know, to be honest. I think they could kill Dante off. I continue praying as I looked on as a witness to the ensuing battle.
そこだ!
Dante pointed his gun at Orlok, who had moved within range. Wait, no. Orlok's not gonna die. What? Wait, he did get shot? The bullet pierced Orlok's body, huh? His shoulder bled a deep red as he yelled.
俺は死ねない。生きるんだ。
He finally has a reason to live! He forced his injured hand's fingers to shift the dagger into his left hand. Oh my god. This is not going well for Orlok. He sped toward Dante without remorse and... They're giving us a CG as well? His dagger punctured Dante's chest? Oh my god, they really are killing Dante. And they're doing it in a CG.
代わりに俺
Oh
はあ
my
なたを
god.
一生
This game is
忘れな
intense.
い。あなたの命を奪った罪をずっと抱えて生きていく。
勝手に。
Shoot yourself? What? Dante sighed at his words. For some reason, it almost felt like he was smiling at the result.
俺はファルゾーネのカポとして戦い負けた。
I was wrong and I'm mad at the writers.
それだけだ。
His azure eyes slowly lost their light. Yeah, this is...
どこへないと。好きなところに消え失せろ。
His words were harsh, but his expression was calm and serene.
ダンテ
Before his last breath, Dante looked at me and tried to say something to me. Wait, what did he say? Wait, what? But words didn't escape his mouth. He fell to the ground and was like, no, excuse me, tell me what he said. Seeing him take his final breath, Orlok fell to his knees on the spot. Oh my god. This is the only anime game I've ever played where love interests can die canonically in Roots. Like, other than their own. I like this game more than Memories because you actually have a vague idea what the hell is going on. True, Amnesia Memories is very confusing. He had fought bravely to this day. Starting with the siege against the Lao Shu, he fought Yan and his men. He fought the Visconti family and Gilbert. And just now he fought Dante, the proof of their battle etched upon his flesh. That's true. Orlok got shot. He mumbled to me after hearing me call his name. Thank goodness. I'm so happy you're still alive. I couldn't suppress my emotions any longer. The tears I held back spilled from my eyes. Thank God, I understood how sinful those words are. The happiness that we achieved came from the sacrifice of many people's blood. Yes, it is. I embraced Orlok strongly but carefully so that I wouldn't worsen his wounds. Are we going to run away together now, finally? Can we leave and live happily ever after, please? We held each other to make sure we were both still alive. Now, happily ever after? Yes, thank you. We left Bologna immediately after the battle against Dante. It was hard to leave the land I once called home, but Gilbert Redford still presided over the town. We couldn't stay here anymore, lest we risk losing our souls to more sin. And, with nowhere to go, luck appeared in front of us to save us from our situation. The young boy we met at the ruins, Emilio, he invited us to come to the church. Wait, what? We were placed under the church's custody and lived a life of daily prayer to God. Actually, this kind of suits them, to be honest. I don't have to know everything, but at least want to know a basic idea of what I'm doing. Yeah, that makes sense. We wouldn't forget the sins we bore. This one isn't as much of a mystery. Amnesia Memories it went kind of hardcore in the mystery genre. This is more just like drama. Which was why we promised to live a life devoted to helping others in need. Emilio granted us our wish. We were now working at the church's orphanage and taking care of the children. This is actually kind of a perfect ending for the two of them, to be honest. Like, it makes a lot of sense for them. I don't like mystery. Yeah, that's fair enough. I stood and watched with a basket of laundry in hand. Well, this is idyllic, isn't it? I gave a happy smile, seeing Orlok play so happily with the children.
もうかなり良さそうだね、彼。
I still couldn't get used to him appearing like this, even after being here for months. Emilio was like a shadow. He would often appear next to or behind us without a sound. Emilio, please stop that. He gave a childish smile. He was always like this. No matter how many times I asked him to stop doing that, he never answered. Well, at least he's not hurting like before. I sighed a bit, at which Emilio responded,
そう、慣れてきたのかな。
Wait, prosthetic
上手
arm?
に使いこなせているみたいだね。
Did they have to amputate his arm? Yes. During the battle against Dante Falzone, he took a hit to his right shoulder, but nothing I did could treat his wound. Unable to see a doctor, he lost the use of his arm and it had to be removed? After our escape, Emilio prepared a prosthetic arm made using the latest technology. At first, Orlok had problems using it, as it didn't move as swiftly as he wanted.
君も混ざってきたら。
Wait, he has a prosthetic arm now? Huh? But I have the laundry to...
そんなもの、少しくらい遅くなったって誰も怒らないよ。
See, Emilio seems nice. Why did someone say this guy like he did something bad? He pushed my back and I stumbled forward. Only recently had I found out how stubborn Emilio could be. Oh, Emilio. If he showed up in the beginning, this wouldn't have happened, right? Why didn't he show up earlier and, like, help set them straight? I gave up and placed the basket on the floor. I then went out to play with Orlok and the kids. I came to help Orlok.
補正
That's right, it's my turn to tickle you two.
お姉ちゃんたら
This is cute. This is the happily ever after that I feel like they've earned after all of that. We laughed and frolicked on the lawn while bathing in the warm sunlight. Orlok and the kids were having so much fun. I prayed earnestly that the time we spent here together now would last forever.
君たちに神の祝福があらん
Oh,
こ
you
と
think that's why people don't like Emilio? Because, yeah, he didn't show up earlier. Yeah, so he has all the knowledge, he just chooses not to share it. So they get to spend the rest of their lives trying to repent for their sins in their beautifully angsty way, while living the, like, most idyllic, churchy life they could think of. That feels pretty fitting for them.
言葉にしたなら込み上げるこの愛しさが届くだろうずっと守ってゆくこと
I can't believe we finished it. I'm just like processing everything that happened. I mean, I loved it in the end. There were some parts that I felt were a bit intense. But like, the fact that Nicola died so early on, this is the only ending I will allow, yeah. I'm glad that I didn't just go through and play the tragic ending after all of that. I'm glad that we, even though it's a bit tedious to go and skip through, yeah, no bad endings, none. Good ending only. They deserve it. But, like, generally I like angsty dramatic stories like that, so I did enjoy it. I just felt like the kid dying towards the end. I was like, this feels a little too much for me. But I like the way it was resolved. And I love Orlok. I think he's... I mean, I've only played Dante and Orlok's route so far, but I think I liked Orlok more than Dante. I like Dante's route as well. I just think Orlok's more my type character-wise. I love the angst. Too much death. There was a lot in this one. Dante's route had some of the angst and drama, but not as much. So I'm glad I played them this way around. I feel like if I'd played Dante's route later on, because his character archetype isn't like my type as much, I think I would have found his route a bit more boring if I'd played it after one that was like this dramatic. So I'm glad I started with Dante, and then I feel like Orlok's was very tragic. But I think the others will still be dramatic without quite so much just like raw angst. Ooh, epilogue. Looks like the kids are tuckered out. After a long day of playing, the kids were fast asleep on the lawn. Aren't you tired too? Kids can drain a lot of energy after all.
ちょっと疲れた。けど、もう後悔はしたくないから。
Orlok lay down on the ground and looked up into the skies.
ルカとはもっと
They just had to bring it up
遊ん
again.
であげたかっ
See
た
what I
から。
mean? We're in the happy ending. Stop it. Yes, that would have been nice. Remembering Luca brought back vivid memories of regret. I wonder what Orlok is looking at. Interested in what Orlok was seeing in the sky, I quietly peeked into his eyes. He's looking at her, isn't he? Aww. Okay, this is a cute CG.
どうしたの？
I just wanted to see what was reflecting off your eyes.
リリーが見える。
Aww. I couldn't help but giggle in response. Two, I only see you two. Oh, that's adorable. How does your right arm feel? Wait, we can see it! You can see the shiny little metal bit under his glove.
問題ない。
He became even more anime protagonist. Orlok moved his arm a bit and nodded. That's good to hear. He wore gloves on his hands like before. But now I couldn't feel the warmth from his right hand. Let me know if you need anything, okay? Well, he really is like Bucky from the Winter... I was thinking earlier, like, the fact that he was brainwashed into killing someone's dad. Remember how in, like, Marvel, like, Bucky... Like, didn't he kill Iron Man's parents? And then they had that whole debate of, like, who was really responsible for it because he was brainwashed at the time. Now he even has a metal arm.
ありがとう。でも、特にないと思う。
Well, I suppose you do use your left hand. Wait, pardon? Excuse me, what? What did Lily just say to him? I completely forgot the previous line because I was thinking about the Winter Soldier and then she just says this out of nowhere.
あ、俺はもともと両利きだから
I'm
あまり不便は
ambidextrous.
ない。
Oh my
左手
god.
で生活すること。
Huh? I didn't know that.
元は左利きだったんだけど、訓練の時に右利きに強制されて、だから左も使える。
It's not a very original story if a good one. Yeah, but I mean, I think you can say that about a lot of stories though, that there's like influences or similarities, I think, between them. They may not have necessarily copied it, just sort of happens to be a similar, like story or plot point, which has probably been used in lots of different things. No wonder he can use that hand so well. I wish I'd known earlier. Wait, what is she talking about? Old traditions of the... Use his hands to do what? Old traditions of the church associated left-handedness with superstitious beliefs. I recall hearing that Bishop Roseberg was very pious, so... Well, I mean, you would hope so. Seeing me go silent, Orlok hesitantly began to speak.
前に買い出しに行って撃たれた時、本当は俺一人でも手当てできた。
He was referring to the night when I took the bullet out of his arm.
けど、なぜか言い出せなかった。
Wait, so he was able to do it because he's ambidextrous, but
その理由は
she was like, no,
あの
let me,
時
and
の
he
俺
was
には
like,
よくわからなくて。
alright, I don't know why, but I'm just gonna let her do this even though I can do it myself.
でも、今ならわかる。 俺はあなたに甘えたかったんだと思う。
Orlok. He looked at his prosthetic right hand, then smiled before looking into my eyes.
祝福を授ける手は失ってしまったけど、
Cinnamon roll. He's such a cinnamon
代
roll.
わりに手に入れたもの、俺の手に入れた最大の祝福は
Cute.
リリー。それから
The way he
あなた
said
と共
Lily
に
then was
生き
so
る
sweet.
時間。
Orlok smiled ever so preciously. I'm happy I'm with you too. I nodded and smiled back with happiness.
ねえ、リリー。キスしてくれる？
The way he just asked that. Huh? No. What do you mean no? You've been living together for ages. We're outside and the kids are right there. Oh, I see.
今、すごく幸せだから、もう大丈夫だって。
Is she gonna kiss him on the lips or the
あな
forehead
たの
though?
祝福が欲しい。ダメかな。
No, that's not too much. That's cute. He looked at me with his deep eyes and cherry lips. Unable to refuse his adorable request, I let out a sigh. Why, you just today, you hear?
嬉しい。ありがとう。
Kiss, kiss, kiss. Cute. Oh, we're not gonna see it though. I wanted to see it. We hadn't lost our faith in God, but we wouldn't be bound by him either. It was because we learned that our future could only come from taking actions ourselves. Behind us were countless bodies, which is why we needed to live a meaningful life. No matter how difficult or painful the future may be, no matter how many times we endured suffering and sadness, we would live together, hand in hand, forever. Cute. Under the blue sky where Orlok and I were living our lives to this day. As I said, that was the sweet ending they deserved. After all the trauma they went through. Fin. Ooh. Oh, is that just the, Oh no, that was the countdown, I think. So his short story is unlocked. And then I think there's also like a little epilogue thingy. Like if you go here, yeah, episodes following the best ending. And then there's also short stories. There's so much content in this game. But I think I'm actually going to end the stream there because it's lunchtime and I'm hungry. I'll probably play his other endings off stream, I think, just so that I can write the review. Because I'm pretty content with that finale for him. If there are any thoughts about the other endings, I'll put them in the written review, but I don't think I'll stream them. I think I'll just start on the next route in the next stream. But thank you all for joining me, and thank you for the new follows and things. It was fun to finally see how that route ended. I'm still sad that I got the tragic ending first, which I'm pretty sure boiled down to one choice, like early in the beginning. But no, I loved Orlok's route in the end, honestly. Like, it was definitely rough in some parts to get through. Like, it was very heavy. But I love angsty stories, so yeah, no, I enjoyed it a lot. I'm just like processing everything, but I'll write a review on it at some point. I'm still working on Dante's review. And then the next one, I was thinking Yan, but maybe we could play Gil next. I don't know, I'll have a think about it, but I'll make a decision before Monday next week so that we can start the new route. But for now, I'm gonna go eat my food. I hope everyone else enjoys the rest of their day or evening or night, and I'll see you... Next stream is tomorrow, actually. So I'll see you then. Bye!